Salute, salute. This is HadukenSharon's. We are back with another show. Hope everyone is having a great Tuesday. Um, wherever you are, hope everything is good. You're healthy. Um, we're gonna talk about the Knicks' last game against the Kings. Gonna talk a little about Tibbs, front office. Some more news about the trade deadline. Some interesting things to talk about today. Shout out to my guy Diego in the chat. He said excited for HadukenSharon's stream. Salute to you too, bro. Shout out to Subliminal 209 in the chat as well. I got a tweet out. Give me a second. All right, my bad. All right. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Shout out to the people that watch on replay as well. Appreciate you guys for that. Gregory Castillo salute. He said spread the gospel of RJ Young disciple. No, that's funny. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching right now. If you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn that notification bell on as well. And in my bio, I also have my Twitter. Make sure to follow me on that. I tweet about the Knicks basketball all the time. Make sure to put that on as well. But we will be getting. Oh, wait, let me see. Is the camera quality off? Why is it off? I don't know why it's like that. Oh, I think it's fine. Much needed win last night. Grimes and Obi showing promise. See, we'll talk about it. What's good, my boy. What's good, Diego. What's good, Anthony Alvarado. What's good, my guy. Yeah, let me get into this. I'm gonna drop this in the chat, and then let me see if the person I asked is going to be joining. I don't think so, but we'll be back here. I'm not bad. Drop this in the chat if anyone ends up joining. What's good, D? I'm chilling right now. I just actually ended class like an hour and a half ago. I was doing the thumbnail, but I'm chilling right now. What's good? Yeah, shout out to you guys 100%. Let me get this set up real quick. Let me go on the thing right here. We're gonna get into it right now. As you know, we're gonna go over the box score. Then we're gonna talk about the game in general as well. Then I kind of want to talk about some trade stuff that I heard, and some proposals. I might be making a trade video pretty soon as we head towards the deadline. That's something to look at as well. I'll let you guys know. But here, first of all, the New York Knicks, they faced off against the Sacramento Kings. We won by 20 points. This was a much needed win. We talked about if we lost this game, this would have been a very, very horrible loss. The Kings just lost by 40, then they lost by 30, and then, Halliburton went off. He had a good game against the my bad. He had a good game against Philly. He dropped 38, I'm pretty sure, which was his career high. When Embiid was playing, they lost by 5, but in all generality, they really haven't been good. The Kings organization in general just hasn't been good. And you look at us yesterday, we did what we were supposed to do. We handled the business straight. No, it was good. We won by 20 points. Let me go over the Kings players for now. So, Harrison Barnes, 4 for 8 from the field. He went 1 for 4 from the 3. 2 of 7 from the line, which I didn't even know. That's atrocious. 2 of 7. That's bad. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers. There is some, I don't know how extreme it is, but my bad, excuse me. I don't know how true it is, but I heard some packages surrounding Harrison Barnes for the Knicks. I don't know if it's true or not. I wanted him like last season. I was willing to trade for him because I think he's solid and he's having a pretty good year. So, it is what it is. But he didn't really have the best game. Maurice Harkless, who was a former Knick that played over Kevin Knox for some reason, had 6 points and 3 rebounds along with 3 turnovers. He went 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. Then we got Rashawn Holmes, who I wanted to try to go for in the offseason, but he didn't want to come here. He wanted to stay in Sacramento. Now they're kind of looking to shop him, but he didn't have a good game either. He had 8 and 7, and he had 5 fouls along with that. Davion Mitchell, the 9th pick in this year's draft, he went 8 for 17, 2 of 7 from 3, 18 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, and 2 blocks. He had a good game. Tyrese Halliburton, same draft as Obi, who we could have picked. 7 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from the stripe. He had 21 and 8. Had a good game as well. Metu went 2 of 5, 5 and 4, nothing crazy. Buddy Hield, who has been on a slump recently. He's been on a decent slump as of late. I'm pretty sure they said yesterday he was like 6 of 33 or 9 of 33 or out of his last 33 shots from the 3. So he's on his own slump right now. As you can see, 4 of 13 from the field, 3 of 12 from 3, which is not good at all. 11 points, 5 rebounds. Damian Jones, 6 points. 7 points. Other guys, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, so I'm not going to bother reading it out. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. Said feeling good about the young guys and their performance. No Bagley and no Fox either. Yup. Salutations to the chat. What's good, Andrew K? Salute. Hope all is good with you. Said probably not. Sure, I don't know that much about basketball, but I'm seeing that hella parallels between the 2021 Yankees and these Knicks. Yankees this year blew it in big spots. Tons of poor coaching decisions. Team was too prone for mistakes. We made trades at the deadline, but they didn't help the glaring fix. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It makes sense because they have made a lot of mistakes this season, especially in the offseason. So I can definitely see the comparison. Do you think trades can fix the problems, or is there a problem with the philosophy of the Knicks front office and coaching staff? To me, in my personal opinion, I do not think, unless you get like a major crazy trade, I don't think you could really fix what's happening. You never know. The Knicks can go on a crazy run somehow, even though they have the second hardest schedule in the league. But I really don't think they can, make a trade. And I do think it's the problem with the philosophy because the Knicks front office, they always go through connections. Everyone is CAA. Everyone is basically from Kentucky. They're all within. Like, if you know Leon, you're most likely going to be connected to the Knicks. If you know World Wide West, you're going to be connected to the Knicks no matter what. I don't really like the way that works. I feel like we need to try to transition away from that. But that's kind of what happens when you sign an agent as your GM. That is what just comes with it. I didn't know that when we signed him. I thought it would have been an interesting thing to do. But, it all adds up now to the way that it has looked in his near to 3 years term with the Knicks as a GM so far. Shout out to the 18 people watching. If you haven't already, we got 7 likes. Let's try to balance those out. Appreciate you guys for watching. Salute to Julius Randle as well. As my guy right there. Salute to you, my guy. Hope all is good with you. Damn, I really want to go to this game. Sorry, I want to go to this Grizzlies game tomorrow. I'm thinking of buying tickets, so I need to see. But for our New York Knicks, RJ Barrett, 4-14. He has had 2. I'm going to talk about him for a little, but he has had 2 back-to-back bad offensive nights. 4-14 from the field. Last game versus the Bucks, when he shot bad from the field, he shot good from 3, but this game he really couldn't shoot. And I actually want to say something about that later. But I was expecting. I don't know if anyone else was, but I was expecting. When a guy is playing so well. He played really good for the month of January. He averaged 22 points about on good percentages. You expect the guy to have a few off games. So, I'm not. It is what it is. We still won, so I'm fine with it. It is what it is. But, I'm expecting him to have a bounce back next game against Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, number 3 seed in the West. Julius Randle. Oh, wait, by the way, RJ also had 4 turnovers, being sloppy. Yesterday, it was a sloppy game. Julius Randle, who looked like he showed a little more oomph and effort yesterday. 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the stripe. He has 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. And it's not a Julius Randle game without 4 turnovers. I'm not even saying that as a joke. I'm being serious. I think I've said this for 4 games in a row now, and it's been exactly 4. So, it is what it is. Mitchell Robinson, 9 and 13. He's been playing really well. 5 offensive rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. He actually went up to number 5 in the New York Knicks block leaders. So shout out to him, and he did it in less years. I don't know why the name is coming off the top of my head. I can't. Someone say it in the chat. I know someone knows what it is. That's my bad. But he had a good game. Continuously, he's 3-6 from the line. Not good at all. He needs to step it up. I know he changed the motion of his free throw. Still not working. And shout out to the Streets Are Buzzing CT. Make sure to check out his interview, live interview with Mark Berman. I was watching it earlier after I came from school. Mark Berman said a lot of good stuff. He basically said that the team doesn't really have a shooting coach. They basically just have coaches for certain players, so they need to get one ASAP. Evan Fournier, who only liked to show up in the first quarter, 18 points, 7-11 from the field, 4-7 from the 3. Over 1 from the stripe. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. He was 6-7 in the first quarter. Then he only scored 2 points for the rest of the game. But that's a common Evan Fournier type of stat line. I guess he played good, but I don't care. To be honest, his trade value just keeps going up, in my opinion. Somehow, hopefully. Kemba Walker, another trash night for him. Might as well waive him right now. 0 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. I'm trolling, but I'm not trolling at the same time. Alec Burks, after I said it's been a while since he shot over 50%, Alec Burks was 6-9 from the field, 4-6 from 3. He played 26 minutes. I haven't seen him play 26 in a little bit. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal, along with 2 turnovers. He had a solid game. Good game. He was on a terrible. When I say terrible, he was on a terrible stretch. So, I'm glad he got to do something at least. Get my guy Ethan here. What's good, Ethan?
Yo, what's good? How y'all been?
I'm chilling. How you doing?
So, up chat.
Yeah, let me shout out some people out because you came in here as well. Christian F was good. He said, "Yo, long time no see, my boy." Yeah, what's good, bro? I hope you're doing good. 100% hope all is good with you, bro. You guys see the report that I'll talk about that Julian Sharon, but I don't think it's like anything crazy. But Dan Jones said, a salute to Dan Jones. He said Walker is going to get tore up by Ja. Walker might just sit it out. Salute to my guy Stephen Fox. Make sure to check him out. Sports Vibes TV every Sunday. Make sure to look at that. Salute to Rick V as well. No problem, my man. Okay, Knicks don't have a shooting coach. Is that normal? I don't think that is normal. That's why I was a little confused about that statement. To be honest, why don't they have a shooting coach? It doesn't really make too much sense to me. To be honest, let me see. Let me go on with the stats, and then I'll let you talk, Ethan. Nerlens Noel, 21 minutes. He got a Nerlens Noel game. You can't ask him to score, but he got 2, 5, 5, 2, and 1. So that's a classic Nerlens Noel game. Besides the assists, that doesn't really usually happen like that. Then we got Quentin Grimes, 5 and 9. He's been looking really good. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. He had 2 nice off the dribble layups. One of them was against Halliburton. Towards the end of the game, he was looking good out there. He's been consistently getting 20 plus minutes, which is good to see. Manuel quickly only played 16. He's been getting a little less recently. I think that's been because his field goal percentage has been low, plus his shot selection has not been the best. Those little things with IQ, he's constantly doing, and it hurts him because he's starting to get less playing time. Tibbs is holding him accountable, which is good. Obi Toppin, who came up with another good game, 14 points, 6 8 from the field, 1 and 2 from 3. He's starting to hit more threes as well. He had 4 rebounds and 2 assists, along with 1 block and 1 turnover. So that was for the Knicks. Cam Reddish played for 5 minutes. He scored 4 points. Free throws, he looked okay. On defense, I can't really judge him off of 5 minutes, to be honest. It's hard to do that, so I'm not even going to say much about that. But before I get into the rest with Ethan in the chat, I'm going to read this off real quick. The highest lead for the Knicks was 29. We obviously won by 20 points, but you see a big difference in here. Rebounds. We out rebounded them by 11, which is great because, Mitch was high on those offensive rebounds, just like he is every single year, just like he is mostly every single game. He's pretty much up there. And I'm still loving this trend. I was complaining so much earlier on about our assists being low, but we're on a good streak. I think like 8, 9 games of being over 21 assists. And this game we had 25, which is good to see. We doubled their steals. We had the same amount of blocks, but I hate that we keep getting so many turnovers because before this last week and a half to 2 weeks, we were like below 13 turnovers every single game, but recently it's been like above 14. It's been like 16, 17, 19. It just hasn't been good. So we got to stop being sloppy with the ball, being careless with some passes every single game. It happens. Uh, we shot 50% from the field, which is good to see compared to their 43. Their defense isn't really the best, so you should expect to shoot high against them. They shot 29% from the three. We shot 37, and we're still not shooting the best from the free throw line, but we shot 79 compared to 50. We were about even on the points in the paint. Second chance points the same, but we outbeat them in the fast break points. We've been getting a little more recently. It's good to see because towards the beginning of the season we were looking horrible in the fast break point section. So this is I can't even say any good things to really see from this game, except I guess you can say from the young guys. But Ethan, you could go ahead and talk about how you felt about this game.
It was a good bounce back game, but in general, it's Sacramento. It is Sacramento at the end of the day, so can't take anything that we've seen too heavy heart. Like I saw Grimes beat Halliburton off the dribble. That's not happening again. So I really have nothing to say. Mitch always does well against usually small bigs, even though I like Rashawn Holmes a lot, but it's not really a lot to say. Memphis is on Wednesday. I don't want to see how they're gonna handle that. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Well, in general, I mean, I basically agree. I don't think this was anything crazy of a game. In my opinion, they did what they needed to do. I won't say because the Knicks are not a type of team that we could be like, oh, they're supposed to win this game. But there's games where they should win because of how low the competition is, and this is one of those games. You didn't have the Aaron Fox who's averaging 20 points. You didn't have I guess Marvin Bagley, who's been looking better recently. But those two guys that are basically in their starting lineup, especially recently. So that's something good to see that they at least won a game that we knew they needed. Because you look at their schedule moving on, you look at their schedule they've had recently. There's not many games that you could just look at and be like, yeah, we're winning that game. This was legit the only one I think in the next month and a half that I look at it and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna win this game. Would you agree?
Yeah, I don't really see a game that's an outright win. They're all high competitive games. Even the Lakers, like we should hope LeBron's not playing because if LeBron's playing, we'll most likely lose that game too. But
When is
Jazz,
that game?
I think it's coming up soon. Like
I think it's in two. I think it's after the Memphis game. No.
not yeah after the Memphis game. So
Oh
hopefully
yeah,
when LeBron's
LeBron's not gonna
there,
play then because they said he's out a few more games.
and what you call it, Utah has been like 2-11 in their last 13 games. So hopefully they continue that skid. But yeah, there's no outright wins because even the Blazers and Thunder kicked their ass before. So
Wait, repeat what you just said. I just zoned out for a second. I
yeah,
don't
there's
even
no
know.
outright wins because even the Blazers and the Thunder could
Oh
kick
yeah,
our
yeah.
ass.
Did you said the Thunder?
Yes, SGA.
I'm not gonna say that because the Thunder SGA is out until after the All Star break.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Blue Door goes to like 45.
Nah, but realistically, if you don't have Shea, I don't think you should like. Cause if anything, the only other score, cause Josh Giddey ain't no score. The only score there is
Oh, I mean
Blue Dort.
technically
You know what I mean?
yeah, but Josh Giddey, there's gonna be like an Aaron Wiggins type game. Like he's gonna go for 40 or something like that. I could easily see it
Aaron, I
happening.
like I like Aaron Wiggins. I said I don't know if you remember. I said during the draft process that he was going to be someone that I thought was going to be pretty solid, coming out of the draft, especially towards the late bit of the draft. So I'm glad he's been with the Thunder because I've actually seen him do good. Um, been pretty good. Let me read some people in the chat out. Then I'm going to talk about the game real quick. Said, let's see. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to everyone watching right now. Said, I know Grimes will start to take IQ minutes. I know he is adjusting, but he needs to take some better shots. His defense has been solid though. I agree. I feel like the main reason I don't know is Grimes taking IQ's minutes? Whose minutes is
No,
he taking?
I was just taking the leftover minutes because technically, I don't think I agree. IQ should be playing more, but it's not like he's taking minutes from IQ. He's probably just taking minutes from Fournier and Kemba. Have you seen what Kemba's doing? Quickly still played like really crappy in the past couple games, and he still played better than Kemba. So, and plus, I wait until after the All Star break. I think quickly will go back up to like close to 24 a game
Okay, all
minutes
right,
wise.
interesting. Said anything can happen. Mitch did a finger roll. Oh, you guys are talking about Mitch. No, after I give my explanation, we could talk about Mitch as the first player. I'll read it after. But salute to M Grady. Was good, my guy Julian Blum, Big Shiesty. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, yeah, let me go over the game. So throughout this game, let me move this screen because I'm showing nothing right now. But let me put on the StreamYard. Give me a second. Right there. This game, in my opinion, it was a great win. You need every win you can get, and this is one of those wins, like I said, that you most likely were gonna win. Um, you look at the next games, you look at the rest of the schedule. We're about to go on that West Coast trip, and I don't know which. I feel like we're gonna win one game at least in that trip. There's always that random game that we can win. It's the NBA. At the end of the day, anything can happen no matter what. But I don't think we can get a stretch of games where we go on a win streak and we get back up in that playoff spot. I think it's kind of unrealistic unless we get Randall back into a good mentality and we get our guys clicking together. But at the end of the day, I don't really know if that's gonna happen. But I look at this Kings game, the way they played, it looked good because this is, I think, the first time in a long time that I've seen Randall smile. Am I wrong? Am I the only one that noticed that? Because he was
He be
smiling
smiling.
at he was smiling in the beginning of the game, and I have not seen that in a long time.
Eh, I don't really take too much of it because I've seen him down by 30 and he'll still smile. So it's
No,
like,
I know, but I'm saying like more of like I really haven't seen
yeah, I
him
know like
like
his
look
positive,
like
like,
his emotion, like a,
yeah,
a positive emotion, but he was smiling. He was
positive
he
body
was
language
looking
or
like he
whatever.
actually cared about the game yesterday. He showed effort, and that's all you ask for a guy. When they're struggling, show effort and show that you care.
Hey
And
man, AD is
yeah,
back. Go do what you did last year in LA. That's all
yeah,
I ask.
the LA game, yeah. But Randall had a good game. He had a solid game. Um, Fournier, like I said, Fournier is weird. Fournier, like this has happened a few times this year. Fournier gets hot in the first half, first quarter, then he doesn't do jack in the
He
rest of the
does
game.
like he'll put up 10 in the first quarter and then he'll put up like 13 at the end of the game.
Yeah, like it's a constant trend with him. I mean, we still won this game, but just in general, he's just a strange player. The way he's streaky, it's really confusing. Salute to Canal was good, bro. As well as to Cully salute. Yeah, it's just weird. The way Fournier works because he's streaky, but he's also streaky in a weird way. Like he has a timestamp of how long he's gonna be streaky for. During every game, like he has a certain time limit where he goes off and then there's nothing else for the rest of the game. So that's him. But you know Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, they were doing their thing. They had good games. This is kind of like a show out for Halliburton. I thought he was gonna go a little crazier. 21-8 was solid. But he didn't really do anything crazy. Obi Toppin has been how many good games has he had recently, Ethan? Like a few, right?
Yeah,
I'm
like
pretty sure.
two, but most of his productivity came out of garbage minutes. So
He did hit a buzzer beater, not buzzer beater, but a shot
yeah,
clock
shot
running
clock
down in
violation, like he
someone's
like
face
up by
three.
30. So it's like
Yeah, no, I know, but still, he hit one of those threes. But in general, though, Obi has been putting up more points. He's getting a little more burn recently as well. I guess that's because he's hitting his
He's
threes. He's putting up more shots. Um, he's still getting his dunks every game, at least one or two. So that's good to see. That's another plus with that. Salute to Stafford Dunn. I appreciate you. He said, "Shout out Young Genius and Duke and Ethan. Big up. Appreciate you as well. Make sure to check out him and Soulfinger on Sundays at 4 p.m. Make sure to check them out on Bloor and Sears. Um, and another guy that I kind of want to talk about is Grimes because Grimes has been playing really good defense lately. Um, all around, I guess throughout the season, the minutes he has played, he's played good defense, especially for a rookie. And you look at the way he's shooting his threes; he shoots like effortlessly. He has a really good jump shot. He's shooting good from three. I think I read for the month of January, Grimes has shot 46% from three. He has been guarding well. He's been playing more minutes. Like I say, he's playing 20 plus minutes and he's being productive. How do you feel his production? Like how important do you think his production is for this team? And how do you think he can? Do you think he can burn into more of someone else's rotation spot, or do you think he's gonna stay around this 20-25 minute type of mark?
his defensive production is more important than his offensive production since he's one of our only perimeter defenders. So I take that wise, and I think that we could fill up offensively if we ever needed to. I don't think we count on him or anything offensively except to hit a couple shots, but his defensive production is what we actually need. And I said it before. Grimes should be starting over Fournier. I'll say it again. He should be, but that's not gonna happen. And the only minutes that he'll be cutting into is Fournier's. So he can't take minutes from anybody else because he really can't be playing him next to. You can't really like try to run him out of point guard position because that's never gonna happen. He doesn't have the handle to play point. So
Okay. No, I mean I agree. I mean he had that. Like he has like I wouldn't say glimpses, but he has like every once in a while he has that one nice pass that he gets. He had that nice pass to RJ yesterday, where RJ finished with his right hand. He had a nice finish over there. I don't know. Like to me, for Grimes, I think it's important for him just like he is now, and for him as a player to be an expert in your role, be an elite player as a 3 and D player in that aspect. Like right now for the team, because that's what we need him to be. In a sense, and I'm not gonna say he can be anything more than that, but I think, in my opinion, too, I just think that's where his skill set is at, and I think that's what he was drafted at. He's doing exactly that, at a quicker pace than you would expect. So that's something that Tibbs said he was confident in. Julius Randle said he's a great player. He puts in a lot of work. He talked about I kind of wanted to bring this up as well. Ethan, I'm gonna tell you this as well. I'm gonna ask people in the chat. Um, Salute to D'Angelo. What's good? I don't know if you still frustrated. I was listening to you guys in the morning when I was going to class. It was hilarious. Salute to young boy Ray. Still got a KD Abby. What's good, bro? Salute Justin. How could I miss? I don't know why I didn't say Justin. I thought I said it before. Salute to my guy Justin L as well. I appreciate you a lot. He said, if you are new in the chat, make sure to subscribe and say it in the chat so I can shout you guys out. Say if you all are new here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and join the conversation. Dukin is all about it. Show the love. I appreciate you guys. Now we got 30 people in here. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Someone said Quentin Thompson. Yo, Quentin Thompson is funny. All right, Quentin Houston. I don't know. There's got to be a Twitter troll or something, right? There's no way this dude is
yeah,
just.
bro, it's literally they compare Grimes to every single light skinned hooper out there.
Yeah, no, that's
Like
actually
it's
hilarious. But
It
salute.
like the comparisons to Devin Booker, Allen Houston, and Klay Thompson are all just because he's light skinned. I swear,
It's funny though. It's funny.
it's because he's light skinned and he can shoot. That's it.
But salute to the guys in the chat because we got some new guys in here. Fabian, salute, Manchild, not new, but salute to you as well. You just joined the chat. So what's good, my young man? I'm doing good right now. I hope you're doing good as well. But continuing on with the conversation, I kind of actually wanna I'm gonna go to the clip because I actually wanna it's kind of funny. It's like a comparison with Grimes and Obi. I talked about it a little um with Ethan, but I want to show it here. Let me see if I can find it, especially as a rookie. Damn, I don't know why I can't find it. is in Knicks basketball, New York. So, okay, I think I got it now. Let me see. All right, yeah, I think I found it. Basically, yeah, I don't know why I can't find it, but the basic thing that I'm gonna break it down. The basic thing that Grimes said is that he shows a lot of effort. He is working hard, and he said his coach and his father prepared him really well for the moment he is in now. And along with that, he said that the biggest confidence boost for him is that he's gotten to the point where when he's making mistakes, Tibbs doesn't take him out. And you're seeing it as well because he's a rookie, so he's gonna have some lapses where he might be rushing a shot, he might be taking an ill-advised shot. He airballed yesterday, he tried a tough pull-up. He was still in the game. He has a few turnovers sometimes when he makes too quick of a decision and doesn't work out, and he's still in the game. And Tibbs trusts him. Tibbs talked about it as well. Talks about how he's really grateful for it because he is a hard worker. Tibbs continuously has been talking about the last few days about how Grimes. He's starting to see how good Grimes is, and that's why you're seeing more minutes from him, more production. Um, this is where I kind of bring it back to Obi, and salute to Staffordon. How are you doing, Staffa?
What's good, Hadouken? What's up, man? Ethan, what's good?
Chilling. How you
Yeah,
doing?
man.
Was good.
I'm good, man. Just came off work. I say, let me see you drop the link. I say, let me come on and for a little bit and vibe with y'all guys for a
Appreciate
little
it.
bit. Cool, cool, cool. I
So
hear y'all talking about Grimes.
Grimes, yeah. So after I finish this, you guys can give your takes on it. But you know that certain expression that I said, he said, when I make mistakes, I'm still allowed to be on the court, and that's a confidence booster. But we know a certain someone in Obi Toppin who has been struggling with that a lot. Do you think Tibbs has? I don't know if it's an agenda or he doesn't really want to play. He doesn't want to play Obi like that because he's not a fan of him. What do you think Tibbs is thinking in this is, or do you think it just is what it is? Like it's just because Grimes is a better player than him, or it's just not in the position that he is in.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you could go first. It doesn't matter. Ethan said he's gonna.
Um,
He's about it.
I think Coach, as far as for let me start with Grimes first. As far as Grimes first, just his intensity, his tenacity, his his effort. He gives like 110% on the defense, right? So I think when you said he allows him to do mistakes and still be there, I think that you see that extra 10%, I think that covers for that. Because at the same time, you know, he's also a great shooter when he sets his feet, right? He got a quick release. And I think he's more adapt to the defensive schemes, right? You might say occasionally backdoor cut on him, but for the most part, he's always has his man in front of him. What I mean, he's great in getting steals, deflections, and you know what too. And I'm gonna say this too. If I don't see him in the Rising Stars as one of the rookies, something's wrong, right? And as far as for Obi Toppin, I think, I mean, Thibodeau say he likes him. You know what I mean? He's getting better. You see, Obi's getting better. He's putting more effort. I think it more is coming out of his repertoire. He's going to the basket more. But as far for his defense, he needs to work on his lateral movement a little more. So, he occasionally gets backdoor cuts, on the
Yep.
defense. So that's why I think Tibbs, have a kind of like a short leash on him as far as the defense. Because if you look at the defensive intensity between him and Grimes, Grimes has it more than Obi. Then you'll see Obi have energy on the offensive side. So it's kind of like a opposite, but it's still a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess Tibbs, I guess Obi, I'm saying, just need to to work on his footwork and his lateral movement, and I think and block some more shots. Get that in your repertoire too. But otherwise, a bright future is for Obi. He looks good. He's looking good. But and Tibbs say he likes him, so I don't think it's not an agenda. I don't think Tibbs don't like him, nothing like that. I just think Tibbs want him to learn the game on the defensive side a little more, so he could stay on the court because already his offensive game is there. Which needs to polish a little more, a more mid-range jump shot. What I mean? Polish your game on the floor when you're backing your man down to the post. So, that's not it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I don't know. I do still feel though. I know Tibbs said that he likes Obi. He can't say he doesn't like Obi. You gotta do that, but I do think that he does like Grimes a lot more than Obi, and I just think he has a lower leash with him because it like we go back and Steph. I remember you were talking about it on Freeze's channel, so I think a lot of people were talking about the backup quarterback conversation.
Right.
That kind of said a little bit about how he feels about Obi, and compared to what people think. Randall was out with the protocols, and he came back. I think Obi was starting at the 4, and he was talking about the backup quarterback. Everyone thinks the backup quarterback will be good until you actually see him play. Something along the
Right.
lines with that.
Right.
So
Right.
that
Right. Right.
kind of
Right.
threw me off a bit, and then like the way I see, him getting subbed out in certain scenarios way too quick and not playing a few more minutes when I think he should be kind of makes me think that.
Yeah. Well, I could see what you're saying. Like the other night when he hit those threes, and he was looking for him to be in the
Yup.
game more, and Tim's pulled him out. I could see from that part, but as I say this all the time, Hadouken, he needs to be more aggressive, and you see that now. Before we were saying that he needs to be more aggressive, right? Take it to them. Um, work on your mid
He needs
range,
to put his body into people. He's scared for
right?
contact. I
And,
don't
right,
like that. And
and
he
more physicality,
he
right? He
looks
needs to
off
be more
open shots
physical.
as well. Like that's what hurts him the most in my opinion too. Like he's kind of scared sometimes to shoot the ball because he hasn't been hitting as much. Now he's doing better with that, but he misses up on his own opportunities
Right,
and it
right,
hurts
right.
him.
So right, that's what I'm saying. So it's like a 50-50. You know what I mean? So he got his ups and he got his downs. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
everybody's not perfect, but you see, he's not. I don't think he's going to be in any trade talks for right now. I don't think they're going to move him. You know,
Yeah.
um, but if it's for something bigger, he might be in there. But Obi is here to stay right now. His game is looking good. His game is looking good. So, but as you say, a longer leash with Grimes. As I say, that extra 10% that he puts in, that extra 10 for those mistakes. That's why you will say probably Thibodeau has a much favor with Grimes than Obi.
Okay. Thank you for that. Before you go, Ethan, let me read up the chat real quick. Um, said Fabian, I know I was trolling too. I know you're on every show. I was just trolling because you were saying the Quentin thing. But salute to you. Salute to Naruto Goku as well. Was good. He said Quentin Fields. Grime Kaiser Souza salute as well. That's my guy. He said Grimes is untouchable in trades for me. Okay, interesting. D'Angelo said I'm always frustrated, so we get rid of Randall and get a damn point guard. Okay. Um, Justin L said when you listen to these interviews, he even is starting to sound like a mini Tibbs. Grimes is starting to sound like a mini Tibbs. Okay. XS Finesse, salute as well as my guy. Always talking to him on Twitter. Grimes needs to start tomorrow. Um, talk about that a little later. I see some people talking about the matchups for tomorrow. Um, Kaiser, I agree with you. I think Grimes and RJ complement each other a lot. Because Grimes plays defense and notice when RJ is on the court with Grimes, how many times does he pass it out to Grimes? He passes it out to him a decent amount of times. He looks for him. He knows when he's wide open. That's why I like RJ on the ball. See what else is in here. Salute to Heck Brizo, my guy as well. What's good, bro? Hope all is good. We got some more comments. He says Grimes has some potential for me for more too. I wouldn't disagree with that. He definitely does have more potential to do more than like when you're in 3 and D, it doesn't mean that you could only shoot threes. They could go up for layups and stuff, shoot a few mid ranges here and there. But at this current stage and the way like prospect base just scouting, I think for now, for me, he's a 3 and D. If he expands to that, that's good. But I just think for now that is what he is for us, and I think he just needs to excel in that role, and he'll be fine.
I think also too,
100%.
he needs to work on his ball handling too.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
his awareness on passes sometimes, because
right,
he hurries up with that. But it's rookie mistakes. It happens, but still, that's
right,
that's
right,
definitely
right,
something
right,
he
right.
needs to get better
Yeah,
at.
yeah, he gonna learn.
Yeah. Paris Duggar salute. He says salute to Knicks family. Salute to you too. What's good? William Xavier. Salute from Brazil. Salute to you too. Salute to everyone outside U.S. wherever you are. I appreciate you guys for watching. I especially when you see someone from outside because the time differences. It's really nice to see people watching. I want Tibbs out. Okay, I want Tibbs out, but I don't know if Johnny Bryan can be the coach we desperately want. What do you guys think about that? I want Tibbs out, but I want Johnny. I don't know if Johnny Bryan would be that guy.
I mean, listen, I understand everybody's frustrated with Tibbs and with his rotations. You understand he's not playing Obi enough, but the man came here and he's setting a structure, he's setting a culture, he's teaching these guys how to win. You understand? So you can't just judge him after 1 year and a half. At least give him at least at the end of the season or next season, and then see where we at. He's 64 years old. He's not going to be here. I don't think he's going to be here for his full 5 year contract, right? So
Yeah, I don't think so either. To be honest, it
yeah. So
depends.
so so let him build a foundation. Let him teach these guys how to win, right? So when the next coach comes in, you understand they'll be ready, whether it be Johnny Bryan or anybody else, right? They'll be seasoned. They know how to play defense and they know how to do schemes. You understand? And I mean, I'm not saying Thibodeau is the greatest, but he will have an effect on them.
And can I say something too? The culture that he set was defense, and
Right,
you can't say that he didn't set a winning culture because he did, and the front office took away his culture by putting shooters who can't defend on his team.
right.
So you can't even say like people saying, "Well, we're not winning." That's the culture. Nah, the culture was defense, and we don't have defensive players anymore. So
You see, this is the thing about it, Ethan, right? Some I mean, Freezy made a great point the other day. Some guys wasn't seeing the Knicks win back then. They only probably seen the Knicks won in 2012, I believe, right? When we had Melo.
Yeah,
So
2012.
yeah,
Actually,
so
yeah, 2012,
yeah,
2013. I
so
think.
we've been stinking for a whole while. So I mean, when they see, I guess when they see uh 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 uh, winning season last season, and this season is just all in shambles. They just ready to just throw out everything Hadouken. You feel me? Sometimes you just,
It's
Rome
bad
wasn't
right
built in
now.
one day, man. Yeah, man. Rome wasn't built in, because if you really notice, and somebody brought up a great point the other day as far as like Miami, right?
Hmm.
It had one season they will win, one season they'll be out of the playoffs, one season they win, one season out of the playoffs, and then from then you see them start building and building and building until every year they in the playoffs. So I'm just saying, man. I mean, I know things seems like like turmoil right now, yo, but I, you know, give it some time. Give it some time. I mean, we mightn't win this season, but we could make some changes during the off season, because that's when I think some of the big trades might happen in the off season. We probably might make little small trades, to make Cam play. right?
Yeah.
But but I think I think next season might be a better season than we think. We might want to get rid of Tibbs, but he's going to set that culture and that foundation. So so we could be a perennial playoff team every year and build from that, and then be contenders. You understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Hadouken? You know what I mean? Everything can't just you can't just build everything in 1 year, man. You know what I mean? It can't just happen like that. Some Knicks fans just gotta understand that. I know we impatient. You know what I mean? I've been hurt a lot. I've been watching these Knicks from since I was in the 90s, bro. You feel me? I'm in my 40s, Hadouken. I may look young, but I'm in my 40s, bro.
A
You
lot
feel
of
me?
losing. A lot of losing.
Yeah,
A
man.
lot.
Yeah,
Way too
man.
much.
So you know what I mean? So I've been through it, bro. I've been through it, and so these young cats who tripping right now, they want to see the Knicks, Kobe, and nah, we don't have that special player as yet. You know what I mean? I mean, RJ, hopefully he could get there. We're banking on RJ to get there, but we don't have that special player yet. You know what I mean? So that's why we just need as a team just go out there and play defense, set that culture with defense, try to make our identity like that, like how we had it last year,
Yeah.
without a superstar. You feel me?
Yeah.
So whether it be RJ, whether it be Randall, whether it be Quickly, whether it be Obi, we just need all of them to just come out as a team and play. You understand what I'm saying? And just try and bring winning basketball to the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely agree. That was great. Like with the tips thing to me before I go. Shout out to Will Salkin. Cash at me $5. He said appreciate you for the great shows. I appreciate you, Will Salkins. Will Salkins is always in here. Um, you didn't have to send $5, but I definitely appreciate you for showing your appreciation for the show.
Yeah, I'm on
Shout
enough
out to
love.
you. Shout out to PH Scissor in the chat. What's good, bro? Salute. Paris Duggar said OB and Grimes and McBride with RJ and Reddish conducting the offense is going to be lethal if they hold on to them. We need Mitch and Fournier as well. That's an interesting thought. That's more if we go young. Um, Julian Blum, he said Tibbs is stubborn. His vision is narrow when it comes to his starters. It takes a game like Grimes when he broke the rookie record and played defense to change his view. Okay.
Yeah, but you see, Grimes said it himself that when he came in, he was like, he know Tibbs don't play rookies, right? But
Yeah.
he proved himself in practice. And every minute that he got on that court, he proved like he wasn't going to play in a game anymore. So you got to go out there and prove yourself, bro. Nothing is just going to just give to you just like that, yo.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Come
Yeah.
on. You
And
got to be realistic sometimes.
to talk about the tips thing, first of all, shout out to Pierre Moist Salute. He said, "Yo, what's good? What's good, bro? This is my guy." Um, the tips thing and the Johnny Bryan thing, to me, it really depends on one direction this team goes. So let's say we go to through the trade deadline, we trade the vets, we trade Randall, and we kind of go young. I wouldn't fire Tibbs right away because, in my opinion, I want to see how he plays with the young guys. I want to see him play with the young guys, for like, give me like 5 to 10 games, see how he's playing, and if it's not looking good, if he's still being stubborn, no, I'm not saying Johnny Bryan is the solution, but you could have him for the rest of the season as an interim coach, and then you see in the off season what you do. That's the only way I really see us changing coaches. To be honest, I think that's the best scenario that could happen. Um, I don't think it's just gonna happen out of the blue. To be honest, I think Tibbs, he's on his second year. Wait, no, is it his second year? Yeah, he's on his second year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't think he would just be fired unless he does unless him and Leon, they just
Clearly
clash
don't see
somehow.
eye to eye, right?
Yeah. Wilson Dang said Hadouken has been suffering more. How many playoff series has he has he seen won by the Knicks? One. That is true, but no, that's funny. We got to get a coach that likes young players. What do I use to get you some bread? I have my. I should be posting it more, but I don't really look at it. I'll link it in the thing so you guys can see it. Um, I think you could pin it. I'll pin it right here. If anything, let me see if I could pin it. Yeah, I pinned it right there. If you want to send anything, I appreciate you guys, but you don't have to, so it's fine. But Julius Randle yesterday, Stafford Don. How do you feel about how you played yesterday? How different was it compared to what you have seen the last few weeks, especially this season?
Um, you talking about the Pacific game yesterday?
Yeah, the game he played yesterday. How was it different compared to what we've seen from Julius Randle?
Um, he he made the right he made the right decisions. He passed the ball quickly. He let the game come to him. I believe he didn't really score in the first and the second quarter like that. I think probably had like 2 points or something like that. And I think he erupted in the third quarter. But I mean, he looked happy. He looked like, he's getting back to where he needs to be. You understand what I'm saying? If he keep on playing like that, is no reason why we should not make the 6th seed, right? I don't want to be in the play-in, bro, right? So, I mean, if he could get his act together and play like that, you understand what I'm saying? And even though if your shot is not going, we still need you to hustle, bro. You understand? I don't like to
Mm-hmm.
read. I don't like to watch people body language. That's just not me, bro. I'm just old school like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not into that. But keep your head up, bro. If you know what I mean, if you're shutting rolling, do the other things to help your team out. You feel me? Dive for loose balls. You know what I mean? Crash the balls like you normally do. The 15 rebounds. You know what I mean? Make the right assists. You know what I mean? So I mean, if as I said before, if he plays like that, man, and be engaged in the game, you know what I mean? We should be good at Duken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least if we don't make the 6th seed, let's try and make a play in.
No, I definitely agree. My dog is gonna bark. He's about to stop barking, but he's barking right now. But um, no, I definitely agree. Like he gotta show. Like this is what I say. You remember when RJ was in his slump? You know when he was sick, when he was in his slump, whatever. He was missing his shots, but one thing he was showing is constant effort, and he was still playing defense, and that's all I ask for when you're struggling on the offensive end. That's at least what I can ask for, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No, no, I know, like exactly, like that's my only problem with what Julius has been doing, cause like call it for a spade for spade. I'm watching him play, like the Miami game especially. This dude looks like he doesn't care about the game.
Yeah, that game, bro.
It was
it-
so bad. Like he
yeah,
airballed the
he
three, and then he got the craziest turnover I've ever seen.
yeah, I don't think he was really engaged in that game, bro. His mind was somewhere else. I swear to you, bro.
It,
If
it,
you
it
just
was so
if you
bad.
just
I don't
look at
understand what
yeah,
happened
man.
to him that game.
I mean, I no, I think Soul Finger, my co-host, he had sent me an article. I think some Miami fan was messing with him, when he was down there, just heckling
Yeah,
him. So
he went on someone's radio show, and he said that he basically said, I don't know if because he didn't say, he said he didn't curse or anything, but he basically said that um he was a Knicks fan. He said that we're paying you so much money, but you're not even showing like effort or whatever, and he called out his plus minus score. And he said that Randall kept eyeing him, and then he made the security eject the guy out of there.
oh
But there's no reason that one fan should make you like act like that.
I know, I get it,
That's
but
my only problem.
no,
Like
but no,
the
hear me
fan
out,
was
Hadu-
like he
no, hear
deserved
me
to get
out, right,
ejected, I guess,
Hadouken?
in a sense. But still, like you shouldn't
Because
be
me,
like
because
paying
because
attention.
me and Freezy had this discussion the other day, right? And I was like, yo, and let me put my foot in Randall's shoes for a second. With all that's going on, they praying for me to get COVID. You know what I mean? They cursing my kids out on Twitter and and all these things, and I'm, you know, particular group of fans was cursing at me at the game and I give them thumbs down. You know what I mean? So with all the turmoil, we losing, you know what I mean? No defense and all of that. So, yo, Tadukin, I'm human, bro. I'll check out too sometimes, bro. And then I go on the road and I gotta hear this clown trying to tell me about my game when I already know that I'm in a slump, bro. I don't need to hear that from you. I already know that. The fans in New York already giving it to me. So you think I really need to come down to Miami to hear you say that, bro?
See,
Like, come on, man. Give me a
I know what
break.
you're saying. There was a similar instance that happened to RJ in later in December when he told the fans to shut up. When he said his plus minus, it was a Detroit fan, but he said he kind of went at RJ. He's like, "You're minus 29, bro. What are you doing?" Then RJ was like, "Shut up. You're watching me. You're watching me. Whatever."
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
You
fine.
know?
I'm fine with them doing that. I don't care. But the problem to me was that Julius let it affect his. I don't think like that thing like affected his game. I just think he was like it was like a constant thing that happened. Like I wouldn't blame that thing for his game being bad. I just think it's like something going on
Now
mentally.
his game was slumping even before that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you'll be mentally checked out regardless, yo. You know, and I
Yeah.
trust me, I clearly understand what you're saying. He needs to, even though certain things is happening, he still need to have a much better effort. I clearly understand and agree, but at the same time, he's human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's human.
Let me read out what some people are saying in the chat. Um, said, "Yo, you're funny, Wilson. Thing stop. That West Coast trip will send us to the lottery. We're already in the lottery, so it's just gonna set us further back." Chuck Allen was good. He said, "Salute, young Duke. Salute to you too." Paris Duggar kind of replied to you. He said, "But Staffa, some people aren't alpha like RJ and Grimes, so coaches have to make sure they don't bury a diamond because they are passive. Obi and Sims and Reddish seem quiet like Knox was."
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't disagree with him because I mean even though Grimes is a rookie, I will say that Randall out of all our players has been like acting immature compared to the guys that are on the team right now.
Right, right,
Like
right.
RJ has taken up like he's showing a little like Cam Reddish when he came in, he's like compared to when he was in Duke, he's communicating a lot more. RJ has been talking in the press conferences. He has a good like stature when he's talking. He says the right things, whatever, takes accountability. Grimes has been doing really good as well. I do agree. That's just my main problem. Like that's why like I
Yeah,
get when a
everything
person is in
is
a slump.
fixable, yo. Everything is
I don't
fixable.
know. It
I
depends. It
think it
depends
is.
on the player. Like the
Right,
player has to
right,
be the
right,
one that does it. Because
right,
Tibbs can
right.
do all he wants. Anyone can do all they want. They can, be like Randall. Like, how can we help you? This and that. But it's up to the guy to really like take
Mm,
upon that advice, take upon the help, and use it back into his game. But I just
But
don't think he has been doing that.
but Hadouken, but you know what I heard somebody said to him. I think he said it. Randall said it too. Rose, man, Rose. Right now they miss that whole team misses Derrick Rose, man. And I think he said
I agree.
he been leaning on Derrick Rose for advice. So I mean, he has been getting help, but I mean, it's so much Derrick Rose can do also too to keep him level headed. Because I'm sure Derrick Rose seen everything
Yeah.
that probably Randall is going through right now.
He actually talked. He didn't talk about that, but he was because they kind of asked him a question a few days ago about like if he talks during the huddles and stuff like that. If he gives them a lot of tips, he basically said that yeah, I give some advice here and there. I'm not gonna take over the coach. I'm gonna give them some tips. I'm gonna help them out, but I don't think they probably look more at Rose because Rose last year was that guy that really saved us in the season. Randall had an amazing season. RJ had a great season as well. But Rose was the guy that really like put us on the edge with the team because he put a different level to the bench and a different level to the chemistry that just boosted up. Um
Yeah,
that
Hadouken,
that's
I don't
why.
mean to cut you off. Let me just say
Go ahead.
something real quick, right?
You
Let me
got it.
just say something real quick. And I'm gonna say it like this. At the end of the day, Hadouken is the name that's in front of that jersey. Anybody could go, whether it be RJ, whether it be Randall, whether it be Obi, whether it be Quickly. Look, I told you I've been watching the game from since in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So players come and go, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I want the team to do good. You understand what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
about I'm defending Randall or I don't like Obi. Bro, it's a team at the end of the day, bro. We should be backing the team as a fan base. We understand Randall he's not in his right head at the same time, yo. But anybody could go at the end of the day, and that's what I want to say. Is the name in front of the jersey for me? You understand what I'm saying? Because no
Yeah.
player is gonna stick on the New York forever. You understand what I'm saying? He's a
I
Knick.
don't
I'm gonna
disagree.
embrace him right now. You understand what I'm saying? If he gone and he's playing on the team, so be it. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, the dude is here right now. And we just gotta just stick with him for right now until they either trade him, you understand what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
he's here for the next contract years that he's here. And that's that. It
I
ain't
agree.
anybody, I ain't trying to defend nobody, or I just said it.
I agree
He's
with
not
you,
playing right. You
but
understand?
I feel like, I mean, it could be both ways. It really depends because I think it's definitely fair. Like me, at this point, like I'm tired of Randall because especially like his effort just blows me away. Pause. It just like I don't like the way he looks. Like it looks like he doesn't care for the team, and it just really throws me off, and it throws the whole team off. Um, everyone can be mad. Anyone can be mad. They have their own opinions. Like you
But
have your
but
opinion.
Hadouken, I
Put
don't
it in the
see that
chat.
though. I see when he goes to the free throw line, he makes free throws. Everybody comes up, give him dap. Everybody, you know what I mean? I don't see the disconnect. Look.
No, I'm not saying
Let
it's
me
a
let me give
disconnect.
you an
I didn't say
example,
it's a
right?
disconnect. I'm just saying his poor effort it shows, and that's not a good thing to have, especially as the quote unquote best player on your team. You
Okay,
can't be
okay,
showing no effort and
I
looking
agree.
careless,
I
not running
totally
back on
agree.
defense, leaving
I
PJ
totally
Tucker
agree.
open every single
Sometimes
possession.
he could be lackadaisical, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't criticize his game. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we up in kind of analysis. We analyze the game, and if you're not playing right, we gonna point it out. And he's not playing good,
Okay.
point blank, and he needs to step up his game.
Real quick, before we continue, some stuff that came out. Stefan Bondi, tweeted that they asked Tibbs about the Knicks strategy at the deadline. He said there's so much disinformation out there and people run with it. Very rarely does anything happen. You can talk about 100 trades and one might not get done. And only one might get done. And then they released. People were just talking about it in the chat. They just released the Rising Stars game. Um, the Rising Stars game has Scotty Barnes from the Raptors, Kate Cunningham from the Pistons, Io DeSuma from the Bulls, Chris Duarte, Josh Giddey, Jalen Green, Herbert Jones. Yo, shout out Herbert Jones because he was a really late pick and he's the only late pick in here. So shout out to him and Io because they were very late picks that are in here. Franz, Jalen Suggs, Alfred Sengun, and Evan Mobley. So out of those names, it makes sense that that Quentin Grimes and anyone didn't make it. To be honest, because
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't
That
know.
is crazy.
I think Grimes could have made it. Probably the only person I'll say he could have made it over is Alfred Sengun. That's the only guy I would say,
That's
to be
crazy.
honest.
I was looking forward to seeing him in the Rising
Yeah,
Stars
because they
game.
actually playing you this year.
So did they announce the sophomores yet?
No, they didn't, but they did the
Okay.
rookies only.
All right. Cool.
I'm
Cool.
pretty
Cool.
sure the sophomores will probably have one of OB and IQ at least. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, the dunk contest, OB will be participating in it once again. Him, Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson, and as well as that, who did I say? Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano, OB. Who's the fourth one? I don't know why I forgot. Let me check the fourth one real quick.
Oh wow. Well, I'm shoot. I will be going over that on Sunday.
I wish they
Um.
like. I don't know what. I wish the older players wanted to go into the dunk contest. It gets me mad that they don't want to. Oh, and Jalen Green. That's the fourth one.
Oh, Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cole Anthony, as much as some people don't know, he has hops. So don't worry about that one. He actually has hops. That's why he is in it. But let me read the chat real quick because I missed a decent amount of what people said.
Hold on. Let me answer this cat real quick. Hey, Troy Fleet. I don't expect everybody to agree with me, bro. If everybody agree with me, something wrong.
Wow.
I gotta have somebody that disagree with me, bro. Not everything somebody,
Wow.
you know what I mean? You
Oh my
gotta
god. I
agree with.
actually Staffa. Okay, this is actually kind of weird. I did not know this. All right, so they also released the sophomores: Precious Achua, Cole
Uh-huh.
Anthony, Lamelo
Uh-huh.
Ball, Desmond Bain. This is all besides Precious. I don't know why Precious is on here. Um, Anthony Edwards, Sadiq Bey, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton, Jaden McDaniels, Jay Tate, Isaiah Stewart, Isaiah Coral, and both of the Knicks players did not make it.
No
Wow.
quickly, no Obi.
No IQ and no OB. They
Oh
put
wow.
Precious Achua in there. I don't know.
Oh
Precious Achua
wow.
has not been good this season.
That's a big violation,
That
bro.
is kind of crazy that they did not
That's a
put any
big
of them in there.
violation, bro.
Wow.
You
No, that's kind of crazy. Let me read the chat so I could catch up on people. Um, Salute to the Queen's Court. Make sure to check her out. She's been putting up a lot of good stuff on Sim's channel, Nothing But Knicks. Make sure to check that out. Um, Julius didn't help OB up. Yeah, that was weird. I saw that. That's the lamest thing. Yeah, it was. D-Ras, salute my guy. What's good? He said salute, salute, salute. What's good? I appreciate you, Queen's Court. She said had been enjoying the show. No, I try my best. I
Yeah,
appreciate you
salute
guys.
to Steph, man.
Yeah,
Salute to
salute
Steph
to
and
her.
Queen's Court.
Players get heckled all the time. It takes a strong mind to blow that out. I agree. The thing is, to me though, like I don't get mad if the players during the game or whatever the timeout they retaliate because I think that's fair. I would do the same thing. So I wouldn't be mad at him if he cursed him out or something like that because
Right,
it's gonna happen sometimes. Um,
right.
Salute to
Salute
Bodega
to
Wi-Fi
Ron.
as well. Um,
Ron still
D'Angelo's
make fans.
Julius Randle is a distraction in the locker room and court that needs to go. Okay. We can't generalize a fan base too many fans around the world. I agree. Randall's not for D'Angelo. D'Angelo is funny. When I hear
I know
D'Angelo
he
talk,
going in, bro.
he talks like he goes in. So I'm just listening. I'm reading it like with his voice in my head, and I can't stop laughing. Now Randall's brain that's not fixable. Okay, okay, all right. We're trash without Rose. Randall doesn't want to be a New York symbol. His body language shows that. Randall trying to treat Obi like Melo did Insanity. Damn. No,
I know, right? I read
that
that
one
one.
was
That was
good right there.
crazy.
That one was
That
actually
was
good.
crazy.
Troy Flesh said Tibbs so whack. McBride and Sims murdered the G League and they can't get some bench minutes. I do
The
agree
G
they can get
League and
some
the
minutes, like especially Sims can get like some spot minutes, especially when either Noel or Mitch is out or they have a lot of
right,
fouls. He should be getting like 3 minute splits. McBride, you could say the same, especially when he's not playing Kemba a lot. I'd rather have him go in there instead of Alec Burks at PG, in my personal opinion.
right.
100%. Troy Flesh, salute to you. For God's sake, Randall is a mess and needs to go. I don't care if we get basketballs for him. He has to go. Most important thing to remember about Randall, he's the only guy that can start hitting the shots tomorrow and we could make the playoffs. He is
Paris
capable.
Duggar. Paris
Yeah.
Duggar. I'm telling you. Always coming with the good takes.
Yeah, Bodega. He said according to Berman, everyone is an asset for a bigger piece. Yeah, shout out to I said it earlier right when I started the show, but shout out to CT. The streets are buzzing. Make sure to check him out. He's been doing really good shows and content.
Yep,
Make
yep,
sure to
yep.
check that out. I listened to this thing right after I came from school
Yeah, I
with
listened to the
Berman.
show 2 hours
Gave a
ago.
lot of good stuff.
Yep.
I take some things with Berman with a grain of salt, but some of the things really added it up. So shout out to that. Um, Yo, you don't see that, Staffa? Could I borrow your rose-colored glasses? Yo,
Yo,
yeah,
D'Angelo be tripping,
yeah, he's
bro.
funny though. King Ribby, salute. King Ribby is a really good supporter. I appreciate you, King Ribby.
Yeah, shout out to King Review.
Got 50 people in here, 52 people in here, 42 likes. Let's try to hit 60 if we can. Smash that like button, all that good stuff. Definitely appreciate you guys. We're going on strong right now.
Shout out to Hardwell.
Yeah, shout out. I'm still going down my comments because I'm not trying to miss. No, I'm trying to look at these.
I hear you.
Keep an eye on Fournier. He's getting closer to Randall. Is always dapping him up and encouraging him. Okay. Salute to G Money. What's good, G Money? Will Salkin said no. Yeah, they got snubbed. Salute to Stefan as well. He said Stafford, we can expect Grimes when Tibbs wasn't giving him minutes like that in the beginning. Salute to Still Knicks fan as well. Make sure to check his channel out. I think they had one. They had a show yesterday right after the right after the game. I was in there for a little bit, but make sure to check his channel out as well. Him and John, they do
Yes.
some good stuff as well.
They also have a show on Saturday too. Saturday at 11.
On don't they? They also have the NBA report on Nothing But Knicks, so make sure to check that out
Yeah.
as well. League hates the Knicks. I agree. They were not selected because of Tibbs not playing them. Peace, salute to the chat and panel. Salute to you too, Hardwell. Make sure to check out him, Hector, and Worldwide L.
Yes.
On the For the Love of the Game 4 hour. It's like 4OUR, Love of the Game. Make sure to check that out as well. See who else we got in here. And then we're going to continue to get into the good stuff. Jerry Fitz, what's good? He said, let's go Knicks this season. While being disappointed is a lot better than 2014 to 2020. I don't disagree with that. Jazz exiting first round. Grimes and Obi being overlooked is strictly on Tibbs. I don't think it is. Because Grimes has been playing good since he, like, most of the time he's been out there, he's been playing good. So I can't really say that. Because in the beginning, you know, he didn't really have the proper opportunity. But that was also because we started out the season pretty well. So you couldn't really find minutes for him. That's why I say this all the time. You know, basically everyone was saying Grimes and McBride were going to be situational coming into the season. And even though Grimes is getting 20 minutes per game, it happened because of a situational reason, because of the protocols. He took advantage of the protocols.
Right.
He got himself up there. He did really good. He was productive. Now he got constant minutes. You know, it salute to him for doing good because, you know, he took advantage of his opportunity, which as a rookie, that's the best thing you could do. As anyone in the NBA, young player, that's the best thing you could do. And
he was mindful of it too, knowing that when he was coming in, it was going to be hard for him to get minutes. As I said before earlier, he went out there and played like he was never going to play basketball before or basketball again, and make sure that Tibbs see his intensity in defense and his shot making, and you see it right now. Tibbs is playing him, so all how they could say Tibbs is not playing the young guys and he's not playing rookies. There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Chuck Allen as well. He just joined the panel. What's good, Chuck?
What up, brother?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Everything good, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
D'Angelo,
Chuck,
probably in like 2 days or
sorry.
My bad. D'Angelo, I'll see. It depends because I'm about to get new internet, so I'll probably be out of internet for like a day or two. So my next show will probably be like in 2-3 days. I need to see first. But continue. You could ask what you wanted to.
Now it's saying, Chuck, you need to give me a number in the private chat, bro.
Oh, for sure. I'm doing that right now.
I bet.
So we just talked about. I don't know. Do you want? I don't know if you guys want to talk about the sophomore thing because I don't know if it's that crazy, to be honest, of a topic. I mean, all I can ask right now, and everyone in the chat can answer this too. Do you think Grimes? Who do you think was snubbed the most out of Grimes, IQ, and OB? And who do you guys think in general was snubbed? Do you think all of them were snubbed? Because
yes,
I think Grimes could have made it over one or two people there. From out of the rookies. The sophomores though, I don't think Precious Achua earned it. I think either Obi. I gotta say Obi because it's in the same position as Obi, so Obi could have made it. But IQ, I can see why because IQ has been bad, especially offensively. So I can see because the guard wise,
I would have still taken, man.
Guard wise, let me see who else is in the guards because I think guard wise there it was like really stacked.
Is that the whole lineup you just called?
Yeah, guard wise. I don't know if they go by guards or not, but I don't really see anyone that IQ could have made it over. To be honest, yeah, I don't because you look at Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, and LaMelo, Desmond Bain, Cole Anthony.
Yeah, none
he's
of them.
Not making it. He's not making it out of any of those guys. So it makes sense to me, to be honest, with the IQ one. But Obi can easily make it over Precious. Precious hasn't been good. Yeah, Jay Shante has been good though, so I can't say anything. Jaden McDaniels has been amazing too. I don't think so.
One thing I'll say is, when it comes to things like this, our young guys usually get snubbed. Especially what they did to RJ was a crime.
That is Terrence Davis, who got traded for 2 second-round picks that offseason. Yo, I don't even want to remember about that, but continue. That was a hard time.
That's why I don't really take I don't take too much stock in it. I know
Yeah.
it's good for those young guys to be rewarded for their hard work, but definitely Grimes should have been um, in
Should
the
have been
conversation.
selected. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know who those other people that you're talking about, bro. I'm being honest.
that was a big violation, big violation.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, let me go back, look at the rookies. The rookies that I do think he could have made it over, to be honest, I think there's only 2. Sang-Woon, I think he could have made it over Sang-Woon, and he could
Did
have
he play
made
for the
it.
Rockets?
He could have made it over Herbert Jones, but Herbert Jones has been so good, especially on defense, that
Who Herbert
as a
Jones played
rookie, he plays for the Pelicans. But
for? Pelicans.
he's been like
Okay.
he's been playing really good defense against the big guys. Like, he's been doing really good. He was a
And
late pick, and Sang-Woon has been doing good too. I mean, he gets like 16 minutes off the bench for the Rockets, and he's
Rockets.
a
Okay.
good big man passer. He's good fundamentally in the post. So I can see that. But other guys, I'm gonna be honest, the other guys are basically like the top 10 picks. Io deserves it over. Io deserved it. He was a late pick, 38th pick. He got into it. He's been playing amazing, like crazy good. Suggs, Franz, yeah, everyone else is a top 10 pick, so you can't really say much about it, to be honest. I can't. But I mean, it's just good that these guys, like, without bias aside, like, he should have made it. He should be in high consideration for it either way, which is good to see, especially from a 25th pick. That's fine. Salute to G Money. What's good, G Money?
Well, what's shaking the bacon? How you guys doing?
I'm
That's
doing
good.
good.
That's
How about
good,
you?
I'm
G.
good, bro. How about you?
Great, great, great.
How you feel about this? Do you think they were snubbed? What's up?
Are you talking about Obi and IQ?
Yeah, and Grimes.
And Grimes. I maybe IQ. I don't know about Grimes. Grimes is a little too early, but maybe IQ. Obi, I'm 50-50, but Grimes, I like Grimes, but I think Grimes is a little too early. But I say IQ maybe. So yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I don't buy into these extracurricular things like that. I know it's a good thing for
Yeah.
for your NBA resume, and it gives some guys confidence.
Right.
But I also think it's motivation for guys. Like damn, they ain't choose us again. They ain't choose one of us again. So maybe this adds some fuel to the fire, and we can get a consistent IQ down the stretch and a motivated Obi Toppin. Because when he's motivated,
Mm-hmm.
I seen the other when he's motivated, he tries to make things happen in a positive way.
Right.
So that's a good thing for us.
Right. And even if you saw Obi last night, he put the ball on the floor. He was attacking the rack. Hey, Obi did everything he can. Did it all. And so did Grimes.
For sure. Like that's why I kind of hesitated just now because I saw last night. Last night game didn't feel good to me, even though we
Why you
won.
say you hesitated, Chuck?
Because it's Sacramento we're talking about. It's a garbage team we're talking about here.
Right. The thing was Sacramento. I said before the game even started when we were giving our takes of what the game was going to be. I was like, we're going to beat Sacramento, but it's not going to be because
We're like
us.
amazing. Yeah.
Right.
It's
It's
because of
like
them.
it's like
gonna be because
one.
of them.
It's like
They're
one of
them,
those.
and we're yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those you already knew what was going to happen type games. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I didn't think it was going to be a double-digit blowout, but I was like, the Sacramento Kings are already checked out, like way more than what anybody thinks the Knicks are. So they're going to give less of an F than us.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is give an F, and we're going to beat them. That's it. And in second team fashion, they came and elevated the lead to like 17, and I'm like, it should have been about 30. What's going on? What's going on with this first unit?
It's
put
true.
them
They
back.
were careless to start the third. I think they had 7 turnovers to start the third.
Yep.
And they ended with 19. I mean, they ended with
Pretty much.
17.
Right. It's just that the Kings never really took advantage. So it's just that the second unit had to save her big and again. I think they had almost 60, almost 70 points off the bench nearly.
I have to check that, but I'm going to say you're right because you're usually not wrong on things like this. So
Yeah, the bench. I mean, like you said, man. I mean, it was a good win because again, it was salute Cully. By the way, salute Cully.
Yes,
salute.
Salute Cully. It was a good win, but hey, we were supposed to be teams like this. But this is
imagine if we had lost to this team.
but
if we had lost to this team, the season would
everyone should beat this team. Because to
if we
me,
would have lost this team, the season would have been over by far.
especially
If we had
season.
lost this team, the season would have been over by far
Oh
for
yeah,
us.
yeah, no, easily. I agree. Like look at it from this way. We always say, and I say this all the time too, that there's certain teams that we have to beat, but you know, especially the way this season is going, we're not in that like high up. Like we're not that much better than these teams to be saying that. But especially a team like the Kings who are missing De'Aaron Fox, and they just lost by 40 and then 30, and then they had a close game with the Philly, but they lost by that much 2 games in a row. There was no way you should lose this game. Like I said this on my show too, the one that I had for it. If we lost this game, half of the people had to be traded. Half of the vets had to be traded at least. Like I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
That would have been a 4-game losing streak.
Going to Memphis, LA, Denver, Utah, Golden State, Portland, OKC, you have Miami, Brooklyn there, Philly, Phoenix, Utah again, Dallas, Memphis. Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah, we thought some games are still winnable, still in over. We just got to put the effort in, man.
And execution. And look at, like, example, look at Milwaukee right now. I know it's early. I'm watching the game on TNT. Like, example, Milwaukee's up 11-2 on Washington. They, like I say, just got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Come out with the energy, share the ball, don't turn the ball over, don't take stupid shots, bang in the post, and, just don't joke around. What I love last night about the team, I thought Randle played an efficient game last night. He played efficiently. I thought Evan Fournier actually had a good game.
A good first quarter. Yeah.
Good first quarter, I should say. The bench played all right. Obi Toppin was putting the ball on the floor, so is Grimes. And we did a good job slowing down Buddy Hield. I know Buddy Hield missed some clean looks. He was just jacking up free for the sake of it.
He usually hits those shots. I heard the commentators saying that he was like 6 of 33 or 9 for 33 for his last
6 for
3-pointers. So he's on a bad streak right now.
Yeah.
So we took advantage. He was taking some dumb shots, but at the same time, that's the type of player he is. He usually hits those types of shots, and then he gets on fire. So you got to really look at that. Salute to Julius Samuel. What's good? He says all Bobby Portis.
Big up my Antigua brethren.
Yeah, salute to Rick V. It's still crazy. We got to play Denver and Utah back to back. That is crazy.
Guys, and we have Golden State in there.
Yo, this streak is crazy. We're reversing the Grizzlies tomorrow. Then we got the Lakers. Then I'm pretty sure we got the Nuggets and then the Jazz, right? Or
no, Jazz, Warriors. Nuggets. We're at Utah, then Denver.
Jazz, Nuggets, and then we're at the Warriors. Yo, it's about to be bad.
And here's the thing. I know the Warriors are going to be in the back-to-back in Utah, but here's what I think the Warriors are going to do. I think they're going to not play the Jazz. Here's what I think they're going to do, all right? I think the Warriors might rest players against the Jazz and play the Knicks game. That's what you get what I'm saying?
To be honest, I think it will be the opposite way around.
You think the rest players
they usually do it against the worst team.
But even against the worst team, who knows? Jordan Poole might go off against us. Maybe some random dude might go off. Yeah.
But because like today, like a game like today, they just played last night the Rockets. I mean, both are bad teams, the Rockets and the Spurs. But they sat literally every player in their starting lineup. So they do that type of stuff. It really depends on what they're feeling. Steph will probably play no matter what both games. I think Steph is just sitting today just to sit. He hasn't sat in a while. But yeah, that is with that. It's really a tough schedule and a tough stretch. That's why games that we have lost recently that we should have won were really important. And then
Right.
coming up on the trade deadline, you got to make decisions. These games are
Yeah.
coming up right now. By the 10th, you got to make a decision. You got to pick a side on what you're doing, because if you're like right now, I think we're 4 or 3 games below 500. At that point, we
3.
could be like 6 or 7 below 500.
Right.
So
Right. Do
you
you?
got to
I'm just
decide.
hoping that we move. I'm just hoping that we move Kemba, man.
I think Kemba's gone.
I
I
think
think
even if
Kemba's
you don't
gone.
move him, I think they're gonna waive him. To be honest, no
They're
matter
gonna buy
what.
him out.
Wave
I
him,
think they'll buy
bench
him
him,
out.
do something, bro.
They're
Yeah.
gonna buy him
Yeah.
out by March. I think Kemba's gonna get bought out and go to either a team like Utah or a team like LA or Miami or some team like that. A team that might use him for the playoffs. So I
You
think
know
that
what?
might
And you know what? You said Utah, yo. You might be right because that
I'm
kid
thinking
is out
Utah
with
too.
Ingles. Ingles is out for the rest of the season.
yes, with
Yeah,
the
I've been thinking
ACL.
that too.
You're right. You're right.
If you're the Jazz, you might need Kemba if you're the Jazz.
Oh wait, you're talking about the Oh no, I wasn't thinking about Campbell, but I'm gonna make a trade video soon heading the deadline. But the trade that I will be looking at is trading Alec Burks to the Jazz for Joe Ingles and 2 second-round picks. That's something
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
He,
looking
he
at.
I don't know.
injured right
He's hurt.
now.
Ingles is hurt. I don't
He
know.
injured right
No,
Oh,
now.
you
but
talking
He's
about you're
hurt.
the
trying to get them
purpose
second round picks,
of
He's an
right?
it
expiring
the
contract,
purpose
right?
of it is to get rid of Alec Burks, and at the same time you're getting 2 second-round
Get
picks,
the
and you
picks,
have a
right?
spot to play Cam because Joe Ingles is out for the year. That's if
Yeah, but
we could
Hadouken,
do
how much
that,
second
or we
round
can do.
I
picks
mean,
you
yeah,
need, bro?
but we want a player that can get
We could do.
healthy though.
No, but G Money, hold on. But
No, that's
Hadouken,
not
how
the
much
point of the
second round
trade though
picks
for
you
me.
gonna rack up, bro?
I mean, you can never have too many. They have these drafts they could trade up with them, but that's not the point for the trade for me. The point for the trade for me is that it doesn't have to have Joe Ingles in it. It could just be Alec Burks for 2 second-round picks. But the point for me is
Right.
that I get the spot to play Cam, just like the front office wants.
Right.
They
Right,
want to play Cam.
Right.
So
I
that's
get
my
what you're
point of the
saying.
draft
Okay,
of the trade.
Well, okay, that's reasonable.
But let me read some comments real quick, and then I'm gonna post something. Talk about something I wanted to talk about. Karen Funk, salute. Shout out to Karen Funk. Show support to all the shows. Salute to Crazy Eyes as well. I'm pretty sure you are new. Said they are missing the point. Yeah, I think they understand it now though with that trade. Says Rich Boy, salute. Shout out to you. Stefan said I like Stafford's optimism, but we gotta go young like yesterday. We gotta do the inevitable. Some mixed opinions. I mean, a lot of people are on the go young side. I'm not really surprised. Pudge Knight, salute. Because I don't know if I'm really too much on the go young side. I just want to trade a good amount of the vets because I don't like them personally.
Right.
But one thing I wanted to talk about, it was something I saw yesterday. RJ back-to-back games. He played good for a whole month, and you expect a guy that's been playing so well to have a few off games, which has happened back-to-back. But one thing that I didn't like about yesterday is that it's not just that he was missing shots; it's that they had him too much on set open threes. Like they
He
used him
took
too
8
much for spot up
threes.
threes. Like he should not be taking 6 threes and a half. Like that should not be
No, but
happening.
Hadouken, he was open.
No, I know, but the thing for me is that they had him more off the ball yesterday instead of putting him more on the ball so he can go
Right.
down the lane. And that bothers me because I don't like seeing him shoot so many threes. I know he was open a certain amount. Some of them were contested, but ultimately, I want to see the ball in his hands so he can attack the paint and decipher what he needs to do. That's just something I didn't like about
But
yesterday's game.
Right.
I mean, you take the shot what the game gave to you, bro. So that shot was given to him. I mean, if he seen the lane that he could have drove, I believe he would have did it. But you know what I mean? He took the shot that the game gave him. So I mean, even if it was 8 threes and he made what? How much he made? 3?
One.
One.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's my
yesterday.
point. If you're
Yesterday
I
was
didn't
struggling
I
at
one.
the
didn't I didn't
perimeter,
check the box score, so I
one
don't
of
know.
8. Steffa. I mean, if he was, let's say, 4 of 8, that would be different. But
Right.
if you were 1 for 8, again, RJ is a good player. He's had a phenomenal year. But I'm saying what Hadouken's trying to say is that if you see that one part of your game is struggling in that game,
Yeah,
do
go to
something
the
else. Go to the
Yeah,
basket.
I
Take a
get
mid
you.
range
I
That's
get
what I'm
shot.
you.
saying.
I
Because
get you.
my problem wasn't that he was getting open shots, but it was more of they weren't involving him in the offense.
Right.
That was my problem. And I think when they do that, it gets me mad because it kind of takes away from him, and just like what he can do better for the team and his skill set. I think it hurts him, and I just don't want to go back to what they were doing before. But let me shout out
Well,
Said that
what did you
once a Knick, always a
see?
Knick salute. What's up?
What did you see that you think that he could have been more involved in the game? Or what?
Well, it was more of me just not liking that he didn't have like the ball in his hand to attack the rim. Like he was
Right.
just too stuck away from the offense to really do much but spot up shoot. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a Kemba thing because Kemba, when I see him play with Kemba, I don't like it at all, to be honest, as well. That's why I don't want Kemba on the team. I feel like he takes a little too much away from our offense, and he hurts us on
Right.
defense too much. I think it's just a give and take. I really don't like it. And I think
Right.
Tibbs should be setting him up for better plays instead of just making him shoot threes and having him off the ball. But let me see. They said that was Tibbs. Said the next 30 games will decide the vets we need going forward. RJ Barrett should not be taking 8 damn threes. He should be in the post or in a PNR. Yeah, I'm fine. He's averaging like 5.5 threes, but I did not need to see him shoot so many threes.
At least attack or take a mid-range shot.
He's a slasher naturally. I'd
Pretty
rather him
much.
slash.
And real quick before I go into the other thing, I'm gonna ask you guys. We got 55 people in here, 45 likes. Let's try to hit 60. If you haven't already, shout out to the people watching in the replay as well later on. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn that notification bell as well if you are enjoying, and drop a comment as well. I always read it and go over them. I appreciate you guys. But next topic I kind of want to talk about is, the trade deadline is about to come up. Who would you like to see off this team? And do you guys have like a specific trade package that you have? I'm going to start off with G Money. Go ahead.
Man, personally for me, I'd rather see maybe Fournier off the team. Maybe you could trade Fournier. Hang on, all right? You can trade Fournier off the team for Fournier and... Sorry, give me some time, guys. I'm sorry.
No,
you
you're
could
fine. Don't worry. You got it, bro. Don't worry. It's okay. I got you right on the spot as the first person, so you do have to kind of think about it, but it's fine. If you don't have one, we could go to someone else. And then
Well, I could consider players I would want. I would consider maybe
give me
Christian.
more of like the players you would try.
Players I would want maybe Christian Wood if we can.
Same
maybe
contract as well, yeah.
Christian Wood if we can. Maybe a KPJ from the Rockets if we can. Kevin Porter if we can consider Kevin Porter. And I kind of doubt this player is going to have it, but DeJounte Murray. I would love DeJounte Murray on this team.
Bro, I pray for
DeJounte.
Like
I would love. I would love DeJounte Murray on this team. There's also De'Aaron Fox. I would consider De'Aaron Fox on this team. But players I want down DeJounte Murray, this KPJ, or Christian Wood. Players I want off the team, Evan Fournier. Maybe I would consider Alec Burks. There's also no disrespect to Noel. No disrespect to Noel, but he's been hurt too damn much this year. He's a walking infirmary. All right, he's a walking infirmary. Like the dude gets hurt because of a toenail or a headache, or he hurts his wrist or something. Next thing you know, he'll hurt his collarbone. Next thing you know, he's out for 10 games because of his tooth, like because of a broken tooth. It's annoying. Like I would. Like trade Fournier, Noel, maybe Burks, and Mitch. I like Mitchell Robinson, but you have to consider trading Mitch. I would consider it.
Who is the guy you would trade Mitch for in your mind? And are you? No, I'm not gonna say the other question, but who would you consider trading him for? Because in my personal opinion, right now, I think we're fine with keeping him because I think especially with Noel out,
I'm giving it the bag.
So you'll give Mitch the bag? Okay.
Well,
okay.
Wait, let's not get into that yet. But
okay. I'm 50-50. I said I'm 50-50.
That's why I didn't say the question.
I said I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 on that. But the players I want to go, no disrespect to those players, are Fournier, Burks, and maybe Noel. And players I would want is maybe Fox, Murray, KPJ, and Wood.
Okay. By the way, shout out to Ron, still Knicks fan. Shout out to him. He just joined the panel as well. How you doing, Ron?
I'm good, y'all. What's good? Hope everybody's doing all right.
Chilling. How you doing?
Listen, this is kind of weird. So I might do this from time to time, Hadouken, so expect it.
Go ahead.
I just jumped in to kind of say one thing and ask you guys a question. Then I'm gonna jump off and just listen to y'all.
Okay.
I'm bringing it up because it was something that Sacramento did, and I think it's something that we might see other teams try to do against the Knicks. If you notice, they tried to do the high trap at the top of the key on
Yeah,
RJ Barrett.
they did.
You know, they were bringing in the big man to double team him, and it was
Mhm.
flustering him for a bit. Now, then there was one play, and I think somebody on Twitter broke it down. He showed it when they flustered him, and they wound up. I think it was
Rashawn
Hughes.
Holmes, you're talking about
Holmes.
the turnover that he got, like he
Correct.
stole the ball.
Yeah, when he stole the ball. But then the next time they flashed at him and they tried to bring Holmes up. RJ stepped back and he kind of saw the whole court and he was able to let it happen. But then he crossed over Holmes and took it to the rim and then threw the alley-oop for Mitch for the dunk. So the reason why I brought that up was two reasons. One, it was a great acknowledgement of RJ to see what they were doing. And it shows you how smart he is compared to some other people who get trapped
I'm
and don't
glad
know
you
what
brought
to
this
do.
up because I forgot about that play. It was
Really
that
good.
was
It was
really
real
good
nice
play.
to see. So the other thing I was just saying, like, it's good to see RJ make that acknowledgement and make the correction and make the change. But the other thing is what you guys think about, because this is the type of thing that, you know, we say that Tibbs' offenses are very, very
Limited.
simple. Yeah, they're very limited and simple.
Limited, bad, mediocre, bad.
Right. Yeah, all that. So I just wondered what you guys think about that, because those that's another thing that teams can do to the Knicks outside of just zoning us and figuring out how we can break the zone. I just wanted to get y'all take on that. And that's it. I'm gonna get out of here and listen, y'all.
Okay, I appreciate you
Yeah,
for
that's
coming
fine.
on.
Big up
No
yourself,
problem,
man.
bro.
Like I said before, everybody make sure to check out his channel. Him and John still Knicks fan. They always put out good content, so make
Salute,
sure to
bro.
check that out. But I'll answer that question, then I'm gonna pass it on to other people. But no, I remember the thing is that yesterday RJ was struggling. They were trapping on the top. I'm glad he brought that up because RJ was when he got trapped kind of towards the mid post. Rashawn Holmes came from the left side, and he literally like stripped the ball completely from RJ. And this is why I've said this so many times. RJ is when you put him more on the ball and when you let him decide things down and decipher it, he's gonna have some mistakes. But this is how you develop a player. The next play he comes back, like he said, he gets a nice crossover on Rashawn Holmes, and then he sees Mitch is open and he gets him with a nice pass. And this is why I say a lot of times I like seeing him on the ball because I feel like he has a good IQ, especially in the playmaking base, awareness wise. He knows when the guy is open, no matter what, if it's in the wing or in the post. He has really good ideas on what to do. So, I think teams are gonna start putting that more on him. So far, I've seen the Heat do that. The Heat do that with everyone though, but the Heat have done that before. The Kings have done that. I'm not remembering correctly, but there was another team as well that I can't remember. But Cully, you could go ahead and talk about that as well. Salute to Cully as well. Was good.
My bad. I'm just trying to get a parking spot.
You good?
You good?
We're talking about what Rob just asked, right?
Yeah, what Ron just had.
Yeah.
Ron, my fault, Ron. How I feel about it, I mean, it's pretty much just another thing to make an adjustment to, but it's really like it's funny because like I mean, us fans will notice it, but it's like the coach got to notice it. The coach got to know how to counter attack it. So it's really on Tibbs. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that play specifically per se. I saw parts of the game, but when it comes to plays like that, I mean, like you just said, like I just heard y'all say, like Tibbs is his offense is too plain, His offense is
It's
too
too
plain,
predictable.
too
ISO ball way
predictable.
too much.
So teams could throw anything at us at this point, and a lot of teams they have the personnel and they have the talent over us. So it's really on how Tibbs reacts to it. It's really on how he, his call, how he adapts, and he doesn't like to adapt. So that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty much all I can say. Like you got to counterattack it, the high trap.
So Chuck, how do you feel about what Ron said?
My fault.
You good?
But what? Okay, so that play, I remember seeing that play. Two things. One, RJ, when RJ keeps his body between him and his man, he's excellent. at that and making moves and things like that. So when they trap him, they're trying to get the ball out of his hands so he can't go left.
Mm-hmm.
I liked his poise, and like you said, Duke taking a step back and looking to see like what play should I make versus someone who it doesn't have the calm of mind to let the game slow down enough for him to
Yep.
understand what's going on and what should I do. He's in more of panic mode. When RJ's handles gets better, I think he'll be able to dribble out of traps.
Yep.
Because when you're able to handle the ball, they'll stop trapping you once you start breaking the trap.
And everything in your game will get better from those handles as well. It's gonna come easier.
Exactly. So I mean, it's great to see that your young guys doing that, understanding that, because we've seen other people, and I'm not just talking about Randle or even talking about Randle,
Mm-hmm.
that when they come to trap high, they turn the ball over and over. We see Miami do it to a lot of people, some of the best. So I hope that the person who was recording the game to break it down for the team highlights that play so that all of the young guys see how to do that. But I don't have any confidence in Tibbs. So I don't.
I want to add on a little thing from that, like a play. So we talk about him breaking down the defense, and this is just like a play going back to somewhere they could have used that. It was against the Cavs. You remember when RJ was going off in that fourth quarter, and they had like 10 seconds left, but they only had 6 on the shot clock because Randall was dribbling the ball on the wing, and
Mm-hmm.
then RJ shot a 3. In that
That was a
situation,
bad shot. They were down by 1.
yeah, I know. I'm saying they RJ shot 3, but in that
Yeah.
situation, we had the full shot clock, and Randall was dribbling
Right.
in one spot. But
Yep.
in that certain spot, you give it to RJ was calling for the ball. You give it to RJ, who was cooking in the rim, around the rim that whole entire game, and you let him decipher what play he can do to get down there in the paint. We're only down
True.
1 point. That's where I think you could use that type of thing where RJ did in the Kings game, or just what he has been doing recently as of late into getting in the paint, deciding what he's gonna do, if he's gonna go for a layup or pass it out to the wing. That's just another scenario where he could have used that.
Mhm.
Staffa and G Money, if you
Yo,
guys want to talk about that play as well, you can go ahead, and then we'll go back to the
well,
Trey stuff.
I mean, I didn't necessarily see the play either, but as smart as RJ is, I expect him to um adjust when he see those plays and figure it out. And I think you did say he did figure it out when Holmes came to him and he said what you say, he crossed him over
Yeah, you got a nice,
and
you
then
got a nice
and
crosser,
did an
got past
alley
him, and got an
to
alley to Mitch.
Mitch, right? So, I mean, I'm gonna say it again as what Tip said. The game, you see what the game brings, and you react to it, and that's what he did. He reacted to the play again that he saw again. He made an adjustment, and he did what he had to do. So Cully, I kind of disagree with you a little bit when you say it's on Tibbs, but I understand where you're coming from for the coach to see it and probably tell him. But at the same time, he could tell the players, but the players have to execute it when they go on the floor.
Yeah, that's my
So
fault.
so
I had a
so
bad
so
take
it,
for that.
True.
yeah, so it kind of goes both ways, right? So
Mhm.
so yeah, man. RJ's a smart kid, so he's gonna figure it out.
Mhm.
I shouldn't even be putting that on Tibbs anyway, because it's not like Tibbs is the type of guy to make adjustments anyway. Tibbs he trusts his players to figure it out
He
anyway.
was
So
slick.
that was a bad take. I didn't know because I didn't see that play per se, but I didn't know it was something that I didn't know it was kind of like a read and react situation for RJ. I didn't see that. I saw like bits and pieces of the game. I saw most of it, but That play specifically, I ain't see. So yeah, that's my bad for that take.
Nah,
So
you
yeah,
good, Kelly.
That
You
is
good.
good.
RJ he'll counter it next time.
Good.
Word.
I was trying to see if I could find this play, but I don't even know if I could find it because I actually want to show it, see where it is. But yeah, no, I actually agree with that. But now going back to the trade stuff, um, Staffer, you could go ahead and say who you would like to be traded and maybe a few
Um,
players you think those players can be traded for.
oh boy. Trades. Knicks trades. Okay, so let me start off with the players I want to get rid of.
Hmm.
Um, I'll get rid of Kimba.
I agree.
Gotta get rid of
Yeah, I
him,
think
It's too low.
we all are good
Yeah,
on him.
right?
yeah, you gotta let him go. Buy him
Right.
out. Let him go. He's a
Um,
good player, but you gotta let him go.
and then probably the other two players I'll probably see go. One is definitely Noel too. I agree.
Yeah.
Noah got to go get Sims, make him start playing, make him get aware of the game. You know what I mean? Get some spot minutes. Make Todd show him the ropes a little bit. So I want to see Noel going. And the next person, I mean, I'm sad to see him go, but if he has to go, which is Burks, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I really like his game, you know what I mean? To play defense from 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Good bench player. You know what I mean? Good role player. You know what I mean? But if he has to go just to make room for Reddish
Hmm.
to play, right? Because you know Burks can play three positions: point, shooting guard, and small forward. So and I believe Cam could probably do all three still and play a four, right? So
Right.
I'll probably like to see Burks go now. A player to come in. I'm high on DeAndre Murray. I'm high on him.
DeJounte.
DeJounte Murray, and I'm high on him. Um, I'm not really feeling Fox, yo. Although he's one of the fastest player, but probably is the fastest player in the NBA right
Just to
now.
the jump shots iffy,
Good.
huh?
Yeah, iffy jump shot. Good
Yeah,
penetrator. Could break your man down, go to the hole, finish to the basket.
that's true.
But very, very poor 3-point shooter. So I'm not really high on him.
True.
But if they do bring him in, I have no other choice. He's wearing a Knick uniform, so I have to embrace him. Right? Let me see. Uh, uh, for a point guard, Anthony Simmons.
Anthony Simons. I would not mind him.
Simon, sorry.
Anthony
Anthony
Simons. My
Simons
only things
from
that I don't
Portland.
see. My only things
G
that I
Money.
don't.
Let me
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, G Money. Wait,
Sorry, sorry.
let him get it. Then you could.
I
Yeah,
know
go
I know
ahead.
you I know you like I know you like Simons, but with him now, I think he's a restricted free agent at the end of the season.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is after the
So
season.
if we could probably trade for him right now, I will probably give up um Burks and probably uh, uh, well, I'll say 2 seconds just to sweeten the pot for Portland, right? Even though they might want to give him up because you know Damien's kind of iffy,
Yeah.
and Simons might be the future over there. So I might give up Burks and give them 2 seconds, or even give them a late first. You know what I mean? Just to sweeten it. I don't know. So I would do that, and Noel, just give me a second for him, man. And Kemba either waive him or give me a second for him too. And let Grimes, not Grimes, but McBride, let
Okay.
McBride start getting some backup as the point. Get some spot minutes. So that would be the guys that I would want off the team and want to bring on.
All right. real quick before I go into Chuck. Pause. Before I go for Chuck, I'm gonna show the clip real quick of
Mhm.
put this away for what he was talking about. Hopefully, you know. Oh wait, no, the thing. Give me a second. All right, now it should be good. All right, I'm gonna show the certain play, right over here. About to see it. It was right here. This is RJ had Mo Harkless on him. Mitch was about to set the pick. Wasn't really a pick. You know, Mitch is he's not good at picks at all. RJ got the mismatch. He got past Rashawn Holmes with a little dribble to the left side. He got the nice pass off for Mitch for the lob right there. I think those are just those little plays that could be seen more throughout the games, given the opportunity. And no, I just think this was a well broken down play. Caught him off the dribble because he tried to reach, and then no, if you guys are looking at him, he still gets it off. So those are the type of plays I want us to make more because they transition to easy buckets. And this team has a tough time getting easy buckets. I think we all know that. We all know that 100%. Um, Before you go, Chuck, let me read a little bit of what people are saying in the chat. C-Max Lou, he said Tristan Thompson played yesterday. When RJ gets trapped, we need to counter by running a secondary double screen to open Evan or Grimes for a three. I agree. There's certain things you can do to really help out. Salute to Drip More. D'Angelo said Cully was speaking his language. Campbell Burks and the Well Fournier all have to go. Then you make Taj a coach on the bench. The youth movement begins. Okay, Ron. Fox shoots 45 from the field and 75 from the line. Yeah, I mean when people say Fox can't shoot, he can't shoot threes, but he's really good at the mid range, and he's a
True.
good finisher. And his free throw has gone up from last year, but that three is just something he's really struggling in his career
Mhm.
so far. Fabian said you take more than that. Got to take back some contracts. A Knicks tag sale. Oh yeah. Justin outside. I gotta go take my wife for a dinner date. She says hi to everyone. God bless the man. I appreciate you, Justin. I hope you guys have a safe and great night.
Yeah, happy
With your
wife, happy life. You
Yeah.
better take care of
Joy,
home, boy.
take care of your
Yeah.
home.
Justin always
Hadouken ain't gonna do it
showing
for
love
you.
to everyone. Yeah, you always showing love to everyone. I appreciate you. And shout out to the people that are still watching, people that are watching in the replay. I'm gonna get off probably in like 15 minutes. We're gonna just go through these last things. They were running the pistol action for RJ last night. Yeah, they did it a little bit, a few times here and there. But Chuck, you could go ahead and say who you want to be traded and what type of players you think you may be able to get in return, or who you're interested in.
Okay.
I know it's tough.
It's very easy. All of the vets that get playing time. Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, Alec Burks. I like Alec Burks. The only problem is Tibbs seems to think he's the best point guard that is currently
Yeah.
on the team,
Yeah.
and I don't have a stomach to watch that anymore. I just can't. It's atrocious.
Right.
Burks is best at just shooting the ball and trying to make plays, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So he has to go only because I know it doesn't matter who we bring in. Tibbs is going to find a way to shove Alec Burks in the starting lineup somehow, some way. Don't want that. So one player that I think we should kick the tires on if we can find a roster space is Trey Jones from San Antonio.
Mm.
Uh, Me and Gregory Castillo.
Castillo,
Yeah.
the Spurs fan that
Right.
likes the Knicks as well.
So I asked him about the kid, and he was like, he has upside. He'll be a solid point guard in this league. He's on
Somebody echoing.
Yeah, it's G Money. I'm gonna mute you while you're not talking for now. You can continue, Chef.
Okay, and there you go. Greg just posted it in the chat.
What's good,
Uh,
Greg? Salute. Said Trey
salute.
Jones the
You talking
guy.
about Primo Murray? My fault.
Nah,
Go ahead,
Trey
Chuck.
Jones.
Oh, Trey Jones. Okay.
Because here's the thing. I like De'Aaron Fox. I like the dynamic play of that point guard. Here's the thing. You're adding a younger version of a Kemba Walker.
True.
And Kemba Walker has to have the ball in his hands. So we know that ball movement is our friend, and we can't have another guy who needs the ball with RJ and trying to find some rhythm with Cam if we get rid of the other veterans like I spoke of earlier. I just see it as De'Aaron Fox being that alpha, that number one, unquestionably. It won't be. Hopefully, maybe Randle won't be on the team as well, so Randle won't feel some type of way.
Who you looking to trade him for if you think he's off?
I don't think he's going to get traded.
Same here.
I don't think he's going to get traded. I think they're going to try to make these adjustments with the other guys and kind of get a better version of a Reggie Bullock and a better version of a Elfrid Payton, where you have strong perimeter defense.
Yeah.
Where guys don't have to be I don't want to say accountable because that's not the right word, but guys won't be left on islands when things break down.
Right.
Randle's a big dude. We always talk about him being, 250, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Those guys get a lot tired than guys who are a lot smaller. So if he's, catching the ball at the top of the key and, trying to make a move offensively, and then you're doing all of this switching defensively, Randle never runs out on the shooter.
Yo.
Never.
PJ Tucker scored 20 against him. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay. So, Trey Jones, if we can get, I think we can get him for a second round pick. One of those plethora of second round picks that we have. I'm not sure if we have a roster spot just to be able to take him, but I'll take him, especially if we get rid of the Kemba Walkers, and the Alec Burks. Now you're either going to start IQ, and you're gonna have to play McBride.
Chuck, let me ask you.
I love it, Chuck.
Chuck, let me ask you a question. How tall is this Trey Jones?
6'5".
Like 5. Oh, never mind.
Nah,
Are we talking about? Wait, are we talking about Tyus?
No,
Jones?
6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
Long wingspan.
It's like okay.
I don't think so.
A medium.
Chuck, this is the thing what I'm getting at, right? People always say, is he a Tibbs player?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You know something, Stafford? There ain't no such thing as a Tibbs player, yo.
Nah.
Tibbs players.
It's a definition of the player that he.
Yeah, no. As
wants.
much as you
That's
could
why
kill
we
Tibbs,
say
there is
Rose and Gibson are Tibbs players, and that's it. There's no such thing.
Okay. Trey Jones has a long wingspan. Greg Castillo said Trey Jones has the vision, speed, and quickness of Trey Young. Needs to gain weight and hit the open three like Rondo. Needed to learn, but he is a leader. Would be perfect. 6'3". Okay. Trey Jones is averaging Frank stats. Okay, bro. All right. Salute to D Coolest. D'Angelo said, "Wait, Chuck. Fox has knees. Kemba doesn't." That's true. That's a fact.
That is a big fact. But if we're grooming RJ Barrett to be our number one, then he is not going to be the number one unless he has a summer where he comes back with the mellow post moves and mid range and shaking people out of their boots. He has not been. Yeah, he has not. Yeah, RJ. He has not been afforded the opportunity to do so. We did the same thing. We're doing the same thing to him that we did with another guy that I'm not going to mention You brought in another shooting guard. You made your blue chipper play out of position where he wasn't comfortable.
Nah, you gotta say it. You gotta
And
say
then
it,
you
Chuck.
bring in more guys. First of all,
just say it.
yes,
You got it.
Kevin Knox.
No,
Okay.
Because Kevin Knox go to Atlanta, gets playing time, looks like a totally different player.
I gotta watch the Atlanta games.
I wouldn't say totally different play. He looks
I won't
okay.
go that far. I won't go that far.
You know, he looks okay, but
I gotta watch these Atlanta games.
you know, he just wasn't. Tibbs wasn't gonna play him in the rotation.
I mean, when you say he's playing good, right? Chuck, are they setting him up in the corners? Is he a spot up shooter?
Probably
I mean,
spot.
what is Kevin Knox doing over there in Atlanta that make you say he's looking different?
I can answer that
He's
right
getting,
after
he's
him.
getting playing time.
Hold on.
Kevin Knox is only playing 7 minutes per game. That's it.
Yeah, that's
man.
My bad, Chuck. My
Well,
bad.
how many minutes was he playing with the Knicks?
8.5, around like 8.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, from what I saw, because I watched the 2 games or like 3 games when Knox came back. I mean, he looked fine. He got like a nice dunk, but I mean, no matter what, like I know what you're talking about in a sense, because he did have more Harkless in front of him. He had a few guys in front of him during his time here, and then he had some coaches that didn't really do the best in his favor, so you could say that. But yeah,
Because they'll betray them.
Do you think Tibbs is doing the best for RJ at this moment?
no, but I think he was starting to do it. He's starting to do it more now.
Okay,
I can agree with that.
So when Tibbs gets a dynamite player like a De'Aaron Fox, do you think he continues allowing RJ to do the things that make RJ effective and great, or is the ball going to be in?
I don't know.
It really depends, because then you would be getting a point guard. But I do think De'Aaron Fox would help RJ a lot with getting easy buckets, and he would find him when he needs to be, and he increases the pace, and I think that's where RJ plays the best. So
Yeah, and RJ will be slashing
I think
more.
I think it really depends.
If you leave it to Tibbs, Tibbs is gonna be like, RJ, get your ass right back in that corner.
To me, the thing
That's what he's
is,
gonna do.
if
Why
you
you
trade
being so
Randall,
negative, bro?
if you trade Randall, and let's say we have a De'Aaron Fox and RJ combo, I think that could work. Or let's say a DeJounte Murray and RJ. I just think it really depends on how you envision them looking.
Also, I just want players who are not headaches on our team. You know what I mean? I don't want players who are complaining about New York, man. I don't want players who are headaches on our team, you know?
Knox was homesick. He wanted to get closer to home. Trey Jones' vision and passing is better than Murray. He's a pure PG.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, we need a pure PG who doesn't
Pass
require
first,
shots.
right.
He looks for his teammates and he plays good defense.
That's why I wanted Kyle Lowry so bad. But
Me too, man.
But people didn't want to pay him $30 million.
Kyle Lowry would smack the dog poop out of a lot of players on his team, yeah.
I wanted him so bad, but people
There
didn't
was
want to
also
pay him.
Brogdon was available.
Tell me this right now: would you have paid just this Nerlens Noel and Fournier's contract combined is what Lowry would have gotten paid? I would have easily paid Lowry over.
What did Lowry got? 30 mil or 20 mil? What was he got?
Yeah, like a high 20s. The high 20s.
High 20s?
Yeah. I would have done that. If
that's for
Fox, he would likely try to recreate.
That's for Fournier and Noel's contract. You know what's crazy? Not to go off topic. Sidebar.
Well, Lowry had a 3-year, $85 million deal in Miami.
5-year, $85 mil.
No, 3-year, $85 million.
3 years. So that's what's that? 20? Yeah, that's high 20s.
Yeah.
Now you know what's crazy with the money we had, we could have got. I mean, I'm not gonna say who we could have got. I don't want to put everybody on the topic, but we could have got Norman Powell, Gary Trent, and probably Uber, or just probably a few more other guys. Like we had the money to do it. I feel like they spent a ton of that on Fournier, yo.
Yeah, is there?
Out of 3 of them, Cully, I like Trent more, yo.
Yeah, no, I like Trent out of all of them.
Gary Trent.
I like
Gary
Trent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take Uber
nice.
or Norman though. I would have taken Trent. If I had to pick, I would have took Trent.
I only say them because I would say their Tibbs play D. That's why I said them names. But no, Gary Trent I like him. No, he's a steal, yo.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah, he
was cheap.
I like
cheap
his
as
game a lot.
Cardinals too. He's tough.
I like his game a lot.
Tough. He plays bigger than his size.
And he can shoot the free ball
man.
too.
Stop dreaming.
Wait, so one last question. My fault.
Go ahead.
Good.
Not to go off topic. How much is Donovan Mitchell making this year?
I think he has the max, so probably like 30.
30 mil a year?
Yeah.
But 200. He made something. He makes 200 mil as his contract?
Yeah, the max.
Donovan
yeah.
Mitchell, 28
205.
million this season, 28 this year.
Damn. So we'd have to, because I was thinking about making a move for him. He wants.
I don't
think he
think that's
wants-
going to
Who are you
happen,
trading
though.
for?
How much does
Fournier?
Randall make?
He makes
Between
20.
Randall and
4-year, $117 million
Together,
deal.
they make like 30, like 42.
Yeah,
so
I was
that's a
thinking about
lot.
both of them. Because look, because the Jazz are what place in the West right now? Third, fourth?
Fourth.
Four.
Yeah, they
about to
still-
drop- they're about
on
to
a
drop off though.
4-game losing streak right now.
Yeah.
And
So they,
five
okay,
games
yeah, exactly.
short.
Because Mitchell's
Mitchell
hurt,
got
right?
he's been had a concussion for like.
And that's some
Yeah.
bad losses here and there.
Yeah, I've been putting money on them too, but and that's neither here nor there.
But that would have to
Um,
happen in the off season. I don't see the Jazz trading them now. That would have to happen in the off season.
I feel like they want to compete, so I would throw them Randall and Fournier. Yeah, I would throw them both.
But
They
that would
probably want
happen in the
picks.
off season. I don't think the Jazz will trade Mitchell now. I
Yeah,
doubt it.
not during the
but-
middle of the
but-
season. If
But
anything.
Kelly, you know what? Never mind.
I know because I said Randall. I'm sorry, bro.
No.
Randall don't want to be here though,
It's
but
not
Stafford.
even- it's
I'm
not
Randall
even
gonna be
don't.
honest
that,
though,
bro.
as a lifelong Jazz fan, I think we should pair Evan Fournier with Rudy Gobert. I think it would be a perfect combination.
I think that would be good.
And they should give Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. I think that would only be fair, to be
I
honest.
love Spider on it. We should have drafted him, to be
That's
honest.
another
We
guy.
were
we
gonna
should've
draft
drafted.
him, but apparently Phil Jackson doesn't like sushi, so no, we didn't get
Man, Zen Master. Man.
him. Yeah. This dude's a bomb, bro. Dude's really drafted Frank, bro. Dude's made
And we
everyone
did
fall
believe
for
it.
we
Frank,
could also
bro.
Shout out
have
to
Michael
Frank.
Porter,
Hey, go ahead.
Seth. Wow.
He's a little pudgy guard on one length. No, no matter what, I'm taking Donovan Mitchell. I don't care if he's short.
All day.
I'll take
Yeah,
Donovan
athletic
Mitchell.
freak,
He can run the
create some
point.
shots.
He can play point guard here. I don't care. He can play
He
it.
could if he
Yo,
wanted to.
Yeah,
If
let
there
him play
was
point.
any way I could pair up RJ with Donovan Mitchell, bro, I would cry.
You would do it
to be
right now.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And
don't think
Cam,
I
you
don't
got
think
Cam
you
at the
can
three?
get. I don't think the only way I do think you can get RJ and him together is if it's like a Harden type of thing. He says he wants New York. That's the only way he can because your
I'm giving up
draft value,
Obi.
trade value goes down automatically.
I'm giving up Obi quickly.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
I'm giving
shoot.
out like 3 or
What?
4 picks. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I'm giving out.
Yeah.
Yo, so we got 1 pick this year and 2 picks next year, right?
Yeah, I would give up
I'm
all of
giving up
those
the
all of
Dallas
those
pick
picks
and
For
then-
you
Mitchell,
would
yeah.
get your bag.
Yeah, I give him up.
We have like 30 second-round picks, so I'll give them like 2 or
What do you
3
mean?
of them too. They want.
Yeah. And you could just build a foundation between 3 of them. Or probably might have to give up Randall. So,
I would actually cry if that happens. That would be amazing.
You would have to give up Randall, yo, because of
So
salaries.
So,
Pretty
so
much. Well, Randall's making 21, actually. 21 million.
Yeah, so
Randall.
him and Fournier would be perfect. You just
Him and Fournier,
give
fit
like
they fit the bill.
you just give them a random player from the Jazz back to us, so we have the video.
And I only say that, not to cut you off, my bad. I only say that because the Jazz still want to compete. So Randall might need a change of scenery, yo. It's not
Yeah,
like he's.
so listen, if we're giving up quickly, I will want back the 6 man. I will want back him.
Jordan
Oh no,
Clarkson.
they not.
Yes.
They not.
They're
Yes.
gonna want to try to compete, though. I know they're gonna want to.
You know, there's no way.
They probably will try to keep Jordan Clarkson. That's
What if
my
they?
guess.
I'll
Give,
take-
Oh yeah, this is something I heard. What if they give Jazz the Cam Reddish instead? Like in
Oh
part
my
of that,
God.
they could.
I
they
would
could
hate
do
that.
it. But I don't think they.
Yo,
It really depends.
look. Anything is possible. Cam could go too. I don't care.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? He could
Not
go
for me,
too.
but yeah. I mean, that's your. I'm not letting Cam go, but
I don't know. Only because he
Max-
fits. He fits
No,
the
but
need.
he could be a part of a bigger package to get Donovan. You never know.
nah,
That's
it
what I'm
really
saying.
depends. If he's a centerpiece around a trade for Donovan, I'm doing it. But I'm
All
not.
right
Damn.
then. Okay,
I'm
all
trying
right
to. I'm
then.
trying to
Okay.
pair them though. But I'm only saying that because he has the highest upside out of behind RJ. He has the highest upside in my opinion.
On this team,
Yeah.
I can agree.
D Callisto,
But I'm not gonna lie to you.
you're not
Behind
trading
Reddish, I'm going with I think Grimes has upside behind Reddish.
him.
That's who I'm keeping.
I don't
keeping
know.
Grimes.
I still think
Quickly got upside.
because I mean you can say the thing to me is that Grimes is a high floor, low ceiling type of player. For me,
What is
IQ,
that exactly?
That basically means that at,
Like they
at,
can't fail.
at average they're like a good decent player, but at their best I don't think they're gonna be like anything crazy. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
C-Mac, why you trolling me, bro?
Yeah, he's trolling because I said that if that happens, I'm a cry. He said make a 20-minute video and post it. If that happens, I might do that, but I don't think it's never gonna happen.
It probably depends how far the Jazz go. I mean, we all can agree that Utah's not winning the title this year.
Oh, yeah,
So
no.
it's like,
You know what's
I mean,
crazy? Yeah, my fault. Go ahead.
I mean, go ahead. I mean, we already know that the Jazz are going to lose in the first or second round anyway. So it's like when Utah loses way too early, I think maybe Mitchell might ask for a trade, but I just don't think it will happen right now. Maybe like after the season.
Everything I believe I believe, as what Berman said, everything might happen. I mean, I'm saying 50-50-50. It probably may happen in the off season where we
That's
may
what I'm saying.
Yo,
get
All
like
what's
seasons like
crazy?
it's more likely than now. All season.
yeah, the
What's
off
crazy
season.
about the Donovan Mitchell situation, yo, is like the playoffs not even here yet, and you could just tell like the guy he already know what's up. Like he already know his team might get kicked out the first round. He already know
But
his team's not gonna
And
make
they
it.
might play. Who knows if they play like the
Cully,
Mavs? Who knows?
the funny
Yeah,
thing about it is I brought up this about 3 weeks ago, bro. And
with the
everybody,
Jazz.
yeah. And everybody thought I was bugging, yo.
It's most likely never gonna happen. It's probably like a
What,
0.0000000
that
No, but
trade?
one
here's the
percent
thing.
chance
Here's
of
the thing about
happening.
it, right, Hadouken? And when I was talking about the Jazz, right? Um, we talked about them bringing in Dwayne Wade, and then we talked about them bringing in the guy who used to be the GM for the Celtics. What's his
Oh,
name?
Danny Ainge.
Danny
Danny Ainge.
Ainge, right? He's the CEO of basketball operations.
Yep.
So in the article, Donovan was like, "Yo, Dwayne Wade is not here to really convince me to stay. He's like a mentor. He was like, yo, it's kind of sad that y'all thinking he's here to convince me to stay, but y'all should be praising this guy because he's a legend, he's an entrepreneur, he's
Right.
a businessman, all of that. So at the end of the day, Donovan really don't care what if they got Dwayne Wade or what's his name up there. You understand what I'm saying? He is trying to probably get to a bigger market, as he said, to expand. I don't know his brand, but you got to remember, as my co-host will say, that slick back guy down there in Miami, you can't put nothing past him because he will tell you, yo, there's no state taxes. He threw out all of his rings. He will talk about the weather and Miami, and you make the playoffs every year. And we got Jimmy Butler, so we got competition regardless. If Donovan thinks about getting a trade, because Miami and Pat Riley is nothing to joke about too.
Yeah, they just don't have assets like that, like picks wise. But now I'm about to end the show in a little bit, but final takes. We verse the Grizzlies tomorrow. Um, John Moran versus RJ. What do you think is gonna go down tomorrow? What are your predictions?
Um, I think it will be an interesting game. I feel like our second unit is going to bring us back in the game. We don't have. We're going to end up putting Quentin Grimes on Ja because no one's going to be able to stop him.
Right.
Not from our guard standpoint, and I don't want RJ getting in foul trouble trying to guard him. So
Yeah, there's
my
no reason
my
you should guard him.
there's
Except a
but they
few
like to
possessions.
switch.
Yeah, they
They
switch a
they
few
like to
times
switch.
on him.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to play Cam because it's going to take a defensive effort to keep him out of the paint.
Mhm.
With our slow rotations, somebody's getting dunked on viciously tomorrow by John Morant.
Oh yeah.
But I think our second team gets us back into the game, and we come out with a win and shock the world.
Wow.
What do you think, G Money?
Oh shit, my bad.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a close game. I have a weird feeling it's gonna be a close game. I think what we have to do is rebound the ball over Steven Adams. Watch out for him. We got to rebound the ball over Steven Adams if we can. We got to get Ja off out of the paint. All right, we got to force him to jump shots. I understand Ja has improved his jump shot a little bit, but we got to get him off the lane. We got to watch out for Desmond Bain and Zaire Williams. Got to watch out for them.
Mm-hmm.
We got to watch out for those guys because don't forget the Grizzlies are deep themselves, and we got to watch out for Conchar because he's played well too. So. And Tyus Jones. Got to watch out for those guys. So I think it's going to be a close game. I gotta be honest. I picked us to beat the Kings, but I think we lose a close game. We struggle against high level teams. We're 10-20 against high level teams. I don't see us winning tomorrow, so I think it's gonna be a close game. But I think we lose because I think it's gonna be a close game. And if the game is close, I don't know if I can trust anyone to close the game out. Because if the game is close, I trust John Morant for the Grizzlies. So I say we lose a hard contested game. But I got us losing to the Grizzlies. But I have a weird feeling we'll beat the Lakers on Saturday. But I think we lose to the Grizzlies Wednesday.
Okay. Cully, how you feel?
What do I think? Predictions against tomorrow for tomorrow?
Yeah. Yes.
With the Grizzlies, I see us losing. You know what? I actually see like a blowout. To be honest,
You
I
think
see us. Yeah, I see us struggling.
I won't be surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I see us
Jeez,
struggling.
Cully.
I see us struggling in the second half. No, like I can see us putting up a fight in the first half, and then like third quarter, it just gets out of control. And we're in Memphis, right?
No, we're at home. We're at
Right.
home.
It's in the Garden.
That don't
Honey,
even
it's
matter.
at home.
That don't even matter. I could just see us putting up a fight in the first half, and then second half it just gets real and it gets ugly. And I see it going in Memphis' favor tomorrow. I'm standing on this prediction too. I've seen it happen too many times. Like with good teams, with the high level teams.
It's like you already know what's going to happen.
Like with the high level teams, I just know like we'll compete with them for like the first half. I noticed that if that we'll compete with them for the first half, and then by the second half, or let's say the first quarter, and then by the second quarter or the second half, it gets real and it gets ugly for the rest of the game.
And reality will come in, right?
Yeah, reality sets in. So this is a good team. They're faster. They're more athletic. So hey, we got Tibbs. It's gonna be out of control.
Very nice. Possible.
What you think, Stefan?
Ah, boy. First of all, G Money done took all the meat off the bone. I ain't really got nothing to say.
To all the turkey. Yummy. Yum.
Pause. Calm down. Damn. All right, Stefan. Yeah, Desmond Bain is playing.
Oh, boy. Jono, man. Jono. You know what? Oh, boy. I think we could pull a win off, man. Let's control Ja. Let's contain him. You can't stop him, but let's try and contain him. Just like what G Money said, keep him out the paint. So we need Mitch to control the paint. We need to keep Steven Adams off the board. So I'm expecting Mitch to have a good game tomorrow also too. I'm expecting RJ to bounce back. Randle, oh boy. Get your head in the game, bro.
D'Angelo said we'll lose by 15. Randall will suck again. And oh no, someone said he's gonna pull an AB. Said Randall's gonna pull an AB.
So you know what? I gotta agree with the guys, with Cully and G Money. I say it's a close game.
Come to the dark side, man.
Yeah, I gotta do that, bro. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the dark side, brother.
Julian Blum said
we lose a close game, what you're saying?
Yeah, we lose a close game, man. Yeah.
D'Angelo said we'll lose by 15.
I see a blowout or a close game. Either way, a loss.
D-Quilla said, I think we continue where we left off in Sacramento, beat them by 11, 118 to 107.
Nah,
can jump
same
from the free throw
Sacramento.
line. Okay, so I think that it's going to be a close game. I feel like we always play better, especially
Chuck
when we play
say
against
Ja
the
gonna drop
Grizzlies.
40.
If Ja drops 40, we're getting blown out. If that happens.
Can we do a
we gonna
poll
get
of
smoked.
which Knick player?
If Ja
will
drops
play?
40, we're getting blown out. If that happens.
Oh
We say
boy.
do?
No, someone asked. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can even do that. I can't make polls. I think I need to have like 1K subscribers to like do all like the poll stuff and stuff. So I can't do that now. But
damn.
I don't know who's gonna get dunked. He might dunk on someone, he might not. Really depends, but he's definitely gonna get a few.
It's gonna be Mitch or Taj.
But
It's gonna be Taj or Taj or Noel.
But
It's
yeah.
gonna be one of them.
Or does a crazy layup too. Or you can do a crazy circus layup too. Don't forget about that.
So I think we keep it close. I don't know if we win this game, but I think it's gonna be close no matter what. I'm not gonna predict the win or loss. I just think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be an entertaining game as well as that.
Well, Julian got us winning by 4. I love your optimism, Julian.
He said Grimes dropping 45 for getting snubbed.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
And
snub from what?
this is where we're gonna end it off. He's the rising stars and the sophomore.
Oh, the
He
rising.
didn't get,
Oh,
yeah.
he ain't make it.
Nah.
Oh.
Him, IQ, and Obi, none of them made it.
Damn you, Tibbs.
One guy that we have to watch out for outside of John Morant
Jaren
on the
Jackson.
Memphis Grizzlies is the guy that we don't know his name. He's going to come in the game.
For real.
Oh no, it's
He's
not a
gonna-
person. It's not a
DeAndre
person.
Melton.
Somebody.
No,
It's
it's not a
gonna be
person.
just
It's
dropping
gonna be
threes.
it's gonna be a random
It's-
person.
Some random
It's just going to be
person.
some random guy
Yep.
that they have on the bench. He's going to come in,
Mhm.
and we're going to be like, "Who the heck is this mofo?"
That's another point. That's right.
Okay.
Like the dude
That's my
from the Bronx or Brooklyn the other day that came in
Or
from
the Pelicans, Jose
Oh,
Alvarado
Jose
from
Alvarado.
Pelicans.
Alvarado.
So, yeah,
Don't
Melton,
even know who he
Gregory,
is. He just balling out that night.
Yeah. But
Yeah, we can't have that happen, man.
right at that point right there, we're gonna end the show. I appreciate Staffer for being on. I
Y'all done
appreciate
pissed
Chuck.
Hadouken off, man.
Bless up,
Money.
bless up.
No, he's not pushing me
Thank
off. I was
you.
getting off either way. Shout out to Cully.
Okay.
Shout out to
No doubt,
Ron.
bro.
He was
Salute.
on earlier. Ethan was on. As well as that. Shout out to everyone that was here. Shout out to the people in the chat. Still have about 50 people in here. I appreciate you guys for being on. Shout out to the
sir.
people that are gonna watch on the replay as well. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's try to hit 60. We're at
Smash it.
55.
Smash it, click those likes.
Subscribe as well and turn that notification bell on as well. I'll probably be back in like 2 days. I need to see when I get my internet set. Why did they say what? I don't even know what happened. Did something crazy happen? All right. But
Hey,
I
Cully,
appreciate
when does your show come on?
Cully, aren't you on tomorrow? I mean today.
Oh yeah, 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, make sure to check out the Knicks after party with Subliminal
Pull
and
up to the
Cully
after party if you
tonight
ain't too tired.
at 11
Yeah.
o'clock on Blowing Tears. Make sure to check that out as well. But I will be catching you guys next time. Shout out to Gregor Castillo, Jarrell, Julian Blum, Rick V, Crazy Eyes, D Coolish, Paris Duggar, Fabian, Stephen Fox, C-Mac, Big
Fox.
Shiesty,
Bless up,
Excess
Steven.
Finesse. Shout out to all of you
Steve.
guys. I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Catch y'all later, man.
Love.
Salute.
Stay safe. Stay blessed.